Okie dokie. I'm gonna wait for some people. How do I put a piano? This one show. Yeah. Okay. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Um. Okay. Gonna wait for some people. Let's see. We're at 3:30 now. All right. Well, I'm gonna wait for people to show up, but first off, I'm gonna show off this perfumed talc from Taboo by Dana, which is a fragrance that came out in 1932. And I don't have the bottle sitting out, but the fragrance itself used to come in several different bottle styles, including one that looked like a violin, which was super cool. Taboo, the main note in Taboo is clove, and it's also an amber fragrance. And it was created for the French Lady of the Night, which is just fabulous. I love that backstory. It's so much fun when a fragrance has an interesting story to it, especially if it's a historical story, because I like history. And so, yeah, Dana Taboo, and I wanted the powder. I thought the little container is gorgeous. The powder smells just like Taboo, but then maybe, of course, more powdery. But I do. Hi, Christy. I do like it. It's really great for the ladies with the bigger boobs, under boob sweat. You put this on there, make it smell nice. It doesn't smell bad. All right, so yeah, I was just showing off my little Taboo canister of perfumed talc, which was a fun little pickup recently. I like to layer it with this really old bottle of Revlon. Is it Intimate? Revlon Intimate. This fragrance is also a spicy fragrance. This one has civet, clove, a bunch of other stuff in there, but it's mostly like spicy, ambery, and musky. And I like it. It reminds me of Taboo, so it really does layer well with the Taboo talc. So that's spicy. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and I have a message. Let me see what my message says. Okay, our guest is going to come in a minute. So, love clove and me too. Clove is one of my favorite notes in fragrances. Clove just makes the fragrance warm and comforting and spicy. Yeah, a lot of my favorite fragrances have clove in it. So, today I have 5 spicy fragrances. I have a couple guests that are going to come in and out, and they also have 5 spicy fragrances for their Cinco de Mayo theme. So, let me bring in the first guest. Hello,
Hello.
how is
Hello.
Norway?
It's pretty nice, yeah. Not too cold. Yes,
Oh,
how are
really?
you?
I
Yeah.
would figure it to be freezing.
No, not now anyway. We had a long winter, but now it's better, yeah.
So, do
It's
you have
pretty
your 5 spicy fragrances all picked out?
five. Oh gee, I only have three actually, but I can
Well,
maybe find a couple more. I don't know if you
what's
want
your
me.
scent of the day?
It's this one actually. It's one of these that I have picked out. It's the Invictus Victory Elixir.
Oh, is that much better than the original?
Yeah, I think so. Well, not much, but I think it's better because it's for me personally it's sweeter, and I like sweet. I mean, sweet fragrances, not too sweet, but sweet. Mm.
I haven't smelled that one. I did go to Sephora today and I smelled the new Spice Bomb infrared in the red
Oh
bottle. It's
yeah.
so cozy. And then I compared it to Spice Bomb Extreme, which I didn't like as much because there's just something scratchy in there. Maybe it's like the tobacco or something.
Oh,
Do you have any of those?
I have the original Spice Bomb, so maybe I can get that one if you. Yeah, that's
That
the
has a
extreme.
pimento note, a pimento pepper
Oh
note.
right,
Ooh,
nice.
look, a noosh. Oh, wait, let me see if I can
Amen.
share this. Paste. There we go.
Pimento.
For people that want to join in, it's just a fun stream today. Um, I just was bored and I figured, why not? And I haven't done it on my channel in a while. I went on
Mm,
Margie's and I streamed on there and I had a lot of fun.
yeah,
So I'm like, hey, this new angle where you can get my face a little better, and I'm gonna try
yeah.
it out. So that's when
You you look nice. You really dressed up. Oh
thanks. Yeah, I'm gothic today. I
yeah,
got
right.
I got a new doll to show off later, so that'll
Hmm,
be fun. All
nice.
right, so you want to go with your first spicy fragrance?
Yeah, this is actually one that I kind of well. I'm not such a big fan of, but anyway, it's very spicy. So this is a large journey, man, because it only has the Sichuan pepper, however you call it, the Chinese pepper. So yeah, it's a really spicy one.
I'll have
What
to
else?
try that. I love Amouage. And that
Yeah,
one is that Journeyman?
yeah, journey, man. You know, it's
I
a
heard
really nice.
Journey Woman and I
Uh,
decluttered it, but I'm sure Journey, since you said there's spice in
mm,
Journeyman, that sounds good.
yeah. So but I don't actually enjoy that spicy note of the pepper because I'm not just guess I'm not used to it. You know, in fragrances to smell that, but it's all right. You know, it's just not
For me,
one of my
if it doesn't burn my skin, it's not doing it right. I like the
right.
spice. That's
Yeah,
like some women like to smell like cotton candy. I want to smell like a big stick of cinnamon
right.
compared. Oh, the chat is going off. Let's see.
Yeah. Hello,
Ooh, Christy
Christy.
says, proud of you for doing your own live. Christy is great. She's sending me a doll in the mail. I'm so excited to show that off.
Hmm. Nice.
Not in the know says, hi, Anush
Hey,
and Christy.
hello, my
And
man. Yeah, I
so
wasn't
the
sure. Yeah, go ahead.
so your fragrance was Amouage Journeyman. I had
Yeah.
Journey Woman and it I'll be honest, I tried and tried to love it, but there was like this weird like almost like a haystack. Like I'm a country girl. Like I broke my foot jumping off a 50-foot haystack when I was 5 years old.
Oh.
So like I lived on a farm, born and raised. But like so
Hmm.
I know the smell of hay. I don't want to walk around and smell like a haystack. So like I just kept getting this haystack vibe from it, and I had to declutter it. It just
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Yeah,
But now
exactly.
speaking of Amouage, I have one here that is a newer release, but not super new. This one's Crimson Rocks. Now
Hmm.
this one's also super spicy. It is a non-binary fragrance, like anybody can wear it. So this one's cinnamon, honey, and cedar. And
No.
the cinnamon is more of like a red hot spicy cinnamon gum type of scent. And then
Right.
the honey is super sweet, thick, kind of like old fashioned honey you would get on a farm from like an actual beekeeper. And then the cedar is super realistic. I don't know. I just love this fragrance. I
Hmm.
had to have it when it came out and I spent a lot on it. But yeah, so Crimson Rocks is my first pick for spicy fragrances.
Yeah, I like cinnamon usually. Yeah, if it's done right, of course. That's why I like the Invictus Victory line. Yeah, I guess maybe also Leighton can count as spicy. I don't know. What would you say? Leighton by Marley performance. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
also
used to
have.
own Leighton and I used
Yeah.
to wear it. I decluttered it. So I bought it for a significant other that was not into fragrances and then hated it. And so I ended up decluttering it. I sort of regret it. It was a really beautiful fragrance. Even though I'm a woman, I could wear it if I wanted.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
quite safe, That's the best thing about it. It's safe to wear by anybody, most. I mean, yeah. But some people don't like it exactly because it's too safe. That's what I heard. Well, it's not my favorite among the PDMs, but it's up there among. I mean, after Harold and Percival, I guess it's
Have you
third.
tried Ojan?
Yeah, yeah, I have Ojan actually. Yeah,
You do? Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that I'm so jealous. I need to get that one. That is on my wish list. That one, oh,
So
so
you
good.
like honey fragrances? Yeah, that one has a lot of honey.
It's spicy though, super
Yeah.
spicy. So yeah, anything like super spicy. I like I like dry spice fragrances. I like savory spicy fragrances. I like
Mm.
gourmand. I don't know. I like to smell like a spice cabinet.
Yeah, Orgeat is definitely. I mean, it's best on the skin. That's what I feel. I mean, when I put it on my clothes, it wasn't as good, but on the skin, it's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Mr.
You're the next. So you're the next pick.
My next pick. Yeah. Well, of course, that's the original Invictus Victory is my next pick. Yeah. So this one has, I guess, cardamom in it, and it's very spicy. I mean, it's a gourmand type. Yeah, I guess also a gourmand type fragrance.
Wow, I thought those were fresh fragrances. I'm surprised. So they
No,
did spicy takes on them?
yeah, yeah, they are like quite strong and spicy. Also a lot of tonka bean. Yeah, it has just like the elixir. They are both. But I think Elixir has green cardamom. I don't know if this original has the same type of cardamom. Uh, anyway, I bought this one first, of course. It came out before Elixir. And yeah, I do like it, but it's not. I prefer Elixir because, as I said, this one is nice, but it's not very sweet or, it just has a very like spicy gourmand kind of feeling to it. Yeah. Hmm. Maybe I should get the Orgeat also.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that would be a nice one, a nice
All
pick.
right. Let me get
My
it.
next one is Judith Lieber Night, and this one is amber, cinnamon, patchouli, incense, and it is so good. It's affordable. I don't know if people have like amped up the price on this, but when I got it, I think it was like 20 to $30 range at TJ Maxx, and oh, it is a hidden gem for sure. This is like a vintagey type of amber, sort of like the amber that you would find in Tokade Rocas. How do I mute? There. In Tokade Rocas. And then the cinnamon in here is like a sweet cinnamon. And so you're getting a vintagey amber cinnamon fragrance with patchouli and incense. And I love it. I probably need to get another bottle because I'm sure it's like to here on here. And so yeah, Judith Lieber Night for women, and this is the EDP version. So let me check the chat.
Yes. So this. Mr. Clean running late or what? Is he
Yeah, he
gonna?
said he texted said he's running late with work.
Right. Oh, nice. Well, we'll manage without him for a while. Anyway. Yeah. So I. Yeah. Is it my turn now?
Yep, your turn.
All right. So that this is a Warjan here. Yeah. Yeah. Warjan. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yay!
This is a really nice honey. Yeah. Spicy honey, woody, blah blah blah. I don't really like to break down all the notes, but I mean the honey is the most prominent note in it. Definitely. If you don't like honey, you don't like Ojan. It's simple as that. Yeah, but
I like
yeah, I
honey,
kind of
so
find
probably
yeah.
like it. Is it
As I
like Dates to Light? I've heard that they're similar. Dates to Light from the House of Oud. Have you tried that?
no, no, I don't think so. I don't have many. I only have one wood fragrance, and that I bought because it was very cheap, and I like the bottle. That Latafa. It's all by Latafa. My favorite notes. That's a good question. I mean, everybody likes bergamot. I guess it's. Then I like coconut is actually but I haven't yet found that many great coconut fragrances. Pineapple, of course, yeah. What else? Grapefruit, yeah, I think it smells very nice. Grapefruit, and well, I think lavender, yeah, of course. I love Zaharo's signature Purom. It's got lavender, in it, and I believe this one actually Elixir has some lavender in it. That's what I read, anyway. So that's maybe what makes it so sweet, or sweeter than the original. Yeah, nice,
All
very nice.
right. Okay, let me pull up some notes for my next one because it has a lot of notes. The bottle is gorgeous. Let me find the notes.
Mm.
The internet is being funky, but here it is. This bottle, like just a minute to take in the bottle, it's absolutely stunning. The way that they did the glass, it's got like iridescent rainbow oil slick in the inside of the glass.
Hmm.
And then it's made out of like metal and it clicks in place. It's just absolutely stunning. So this
Yeah.
fragrance is from 2013, and so what I think they did here with these releases is they wanted to try to emulate vintage fragrances. And so this fragrance, Fate Woman, I think is trying to go along the lines of Shalimar combined with YSL Opium. Oh, we have a guest. Let's bring our guest in.
Oh no.
YSL Opium combined with Shalimar is what this
No.
fragrance gives me.
Right.
Um, I have used a lot of this. Considering this is an expensive fragrance, and I tend to try not to use them as much. I've used like 3/4 or a quarter of it, which is, I mean, it's still a lot for me. Okay, so
Hmm.
this fragrance is incense, cinnamon, benzoin, pepper, vanilla, narcissus, um, chili pepper, red chili pepper, which makes it perfect for Cinco Mayo, labdamen, leather, castoreum, oak moss, patchouli, rose, jasmine, and bergamot. But this fragrance, like I said, it embodies the beautiful sort of vanilla and Shalimar that has like a leathery incense
Hmm.
scent to it, and then it also has the spiciness in opium and the incense in opium as well, because there's incense in both.
Wow.
But yeah, so Amouage Fate, I just find it really perfect for the occasion especially since it
Mm,
has that red chili pepper note. So
very interesting. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm watched. They really make great bottles. They look great. Simply,
mm,
they are the best. I think probably. and, and of course fragrances as well. But I haven't tried. Well, I have tried a few, but not so many. I watch. Lyric Man, that one was kind of just a little bit too, I thought it smelled a little too feminine for me anyway. The rose, rose, yeah, fragrance. Hmm. Vanilla, I also like vanilla, yeah, of course. Who doesn't like vanilla? So that's more
um,
like a gourmand, yeah,
there's some
note.
really good masculine rose fragrances out there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy like Gucci Guilty or the Parfum. I mean, it's a little bit too sweet on the sweet side, but I think it's all right. And it's got a rose in it, yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't really like those leathery fragrances so much. I know many in the smelly community out they like that stuff. Yeah, but I'm not really that kind of type.
Look what I got here. This is a creepy doll from the 1950s.
Really, it doesn't look so creepy to me.
Madame Alexander.
Nice. That's a big doll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very fat, heavy.
Mm.
Oh, we got some more here. Opium having an affair with Shalimar. That's quite a scandal to cook up. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, indeed.
Mm.
I'm hearing some background noise, but no worries. The father is watching them out there. Okay, sounds intense.
Yeah, I just think that the lyric man is slightly feminine. I mean, for me anyway. But it's a good fragrance. Yeah, that definitely good scent. Yeah, I like the interlude,
I
Black
smelled
Iris.
the Lyric Man just recently when I went
Hmm.
with Margie to Bloomingdale's. Yeah, it was Bloomingdale's.
Mm.
So she
Nice.
says, "Oh, I like how she sits. Yeah, I bended her legs to make her sit. Yeah, she's fat and chubby. I like them when they're fat."
Hmm. And my eyes are a little like itching because I got pollen allergy. That's why I kind of touch my eyes quite a lot. Hello, Ozzy. Don't think
Okay, you don't
what
have any more, do you?
I have. Yeah, I mean I have that spice bomb here. That's the original.
Oh, okay. You go. You go.
Just a second. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I got this one because first I wanted to get that extreme, but that's the one. I think now it has been proven that it's kind of maybe a little overhyped. Because everybody on the YouTube is talking about Spice Bomb Extreme. How it's so good. But yeah, I guess that's just how do you call it? the, yeah, the wave. Yeah, same guys, same guys always. I mean, they all pick the same kind of versions. Armani Code Absolute. Everybody says that's the best one. Well, I don't know about that. They also say the Chanel Allure on Sport O Extreme is better than the original. I don't think so. I've tried both and I own the original, and I think they're about equally good.
Hello! You better subscribe or I'm gonna come to haunt you. Also, leave a like and comment down below. Thank you and good day.
That was scary. Well, not so much. Yeah. All right, I only have one more. Of course, that's the one I already
Do you have
showed.
any Mexican food in your country? Oh, guess who's here? Guess who's here?
Of course, yeah, I do. Oh, clean. Scott,
Hi.
Hey,
we,
you hear me
yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Yeah, we hear you. Great background. Wow.
Hi.
nice, yeah.
Sorry. Wait, I'm trying to fix something. I might be in and out, but I just I wanted to jump in. I'm still waiting to try to talk to somebody, so I don't know how long I can stay. But I've been working outside. I've got a little deck up here that I've been sitting on, but I decided to come down here out in the yard a little bit. I just now that the weather is nice, it's really hard for me to stay inside. So I bring my work outside and try to be out here as much as I can. So how's it going? Hi.
Good. We went through a few spicy fragrances.
I saw that. And guess what? I can't. I mean, I have some spiciness. I have some spiciness in, a little clovey, a little this or that, geranium spiciness, but I can't think of anything I have that's like peppery. And it's so weird because black pepper is such a big note in fragrance, and I think especially men's fragrance. So I know I've got stuff with black pepper in it, but not where it's prominent. Like I started smelling a bunch of frags and I was like, I don't think I have anything that's very peppery. So this is a spot I need to correct at some point. I need some more pepperiness in my car.
He pulled out Journeyman, which really was intriguing. What was the pepper you said was in there?
The Sichuan pepper.
Sichuan.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Very unusual, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, like chili peppers, and I know there's a lot of fragrances that are doing various, Sichuan is a chili pepper. There are I've seen ghost pepper show up in
I bet that would
ghost.
burn.
I think ghost or it was scorpion something. I think I've seen ghost pepper, and to me that just seems odd because that is about being so hot. I can't imagine how you get the pepperiness from it without getting all that heat. So I don't know.
Yeah. They are quite special type fragrances, those spicy.
My background almost looks like I'm like on a farm or something with that.
Yeah. Are you a farmer today?
I'm in the middle of Chicago. I'm in the middle of the city, but it looks kind of country over here right now, doesn't it?
I just remember maybe that Boss Magnetic, can that be spicy? That I got rather recently, but it's kind of, it's strong anyway, but it's also a little fruity. It's got this very special kind of, I never heard of it before, fruit that only Hugo Boss apparently has the license to use. Imagine that.
What frag is it?
That's the Boss Magnetic Boss, Hugo Boss. Yeah, just gonna see. I know it's a really. I never heard of that fruit before. It's kind of like a pomegranate, something like.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with the Hugo Boss stuff so much. I think I a few years ago I blind bought Boss bottle, the first Boss bottle, the original Boss bottle, I think. And I think I thought I liked it for about 2 seconds, and by the second time I tried it, I was like, nah, and I've never worn it since. So that was one of those early blind buys I just didn't get into.
The scent magnetic, yeah, that's right.
But look,
It's
look at
got-
Boz here as like, hey, your co-host. This could be a new partnership.
Yeah, it's called Maninka, and it actually has a middle note is the bran. It says here bran. Man, but it's got black vanilla husk, so yeah, that can qualify as a spicy, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah,
Okay, I like your
Yeah.
I like your look today.
Thanks.
I mean, you always look great. You always have such a great style.
Spooky.
This is cool. It is a little, considering it's May, it's Cinco de Mayo. You've got kind of a Halloween vibe, but that's still.
I wanted to put out some Hispanic dolls, but I only have one.
Oh, I was going to ask you that in messaging earlier. If you have any like Latinx dolls.
I only have one, and she's an American girl named Josefina, and her mom died when she was a baby or something. Yeah, it was sad.
Well, that's very sad. I mean,
Yeah, they all
but
had stories that were depressing.
story. Wow, I had no idea. It's kind of like action, figures. Yeah.
So this is my next one.
Oh, that's the.
I just love all of the prettiness. They're so extra with the bottle.
Atelier de Oro. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Lune Feline. I'm just pulling up the notes just to refresh myself on the correct spice. I believe it's cinnamon. But I didn't have a whole lot of. I do have some other pepper notes, but this one I really wanted to highlight because I just love it so much. So this fragrance, it has pink pepper in it. Okay, that's why it had more than just cinnamon. So it's vanilla, cardamom, Toulouse balsam, cinnamon, cedar, ambergris, styrax. Okay, and then a bunch of pink pepper and musk and green notes. But yeah, so this one I like a Christmas vibe. I like to wear this in December a lot. To me it's like a Christmas sort of breakfast coffee cake smell. And it just feels luxurious and expensive, and it's super spicy. I don't know if I would wear it today, but maybe if somebody's going out and having margaritas with like a really hot guy that they want to impress, then go for it. Wear the sparkly gold juice.
nice.
So yeah.
I have a question about that, but do you guys hear my birds? Be quiet for a second.
Yeah, I heard something.
I have a lot of birds around here. I mean, they're around here anyway, but I put bird seed out, and I get because I've got cardinals who like to hang out here. I usually have a couple cardinal families, a couple mated pairs.
Pretty.
Yeah. And I saw a couple of them like an hour ago. They're around here somewhere. But I keep bird seed out in a couple spots. So I've got a whole bunch of birds that come by here. So they're all now that I'm in the yard, they all went away. So they're all in the trees around now, hanging out while I'm in the yard.
That's fun. I take a lot of pictures of them.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the birds.
Let's spray the gold
birds
out.
are living dinosaurs. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are.
yeah.
One bluebird with like the shoe bill stork. They're so fierce looking and they're just really cool. And then you have to like bow to them, and then they'll bow back and click their beak.
The storks will bow to you?
Blue snowbill. I don't know the name. Snowbill, or it's a really
Blue
big
jay.
pelican
Oh.
thing.
That's
Alright.
cool.
Closely related to dinosaurs, I'm sure.
And wait, are those and like local in that part of California, like when you're on the water?
Oh no, those you get at the zoo. So like the San
Oh.
Diego Zoo. Local to the San Diego Zoo.
We have a lot of magpies around here where I live.
Oh, magpies are cool. I mean, like, because they're crafty. Magpies are super crafty and
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Magpies, magpies are birds that can actually talk. They can mimic, and they'll like use branches as tools, and they'll like get into things. So they might tick people off sometimes, but I love how smart they're so clever.
Yeah, very cunning, very cunning birds.
So I have a question about that last bottle, the Atelier. What's it called again?
Loon Celine. And it's like
the
a
house.
smoky vanilla.
What's
From
no, what's the house
Huh?
again? Is what? What's the house called?
Atelier des Ors.
So they have the glitter in all their stuff, right? That's the glitter.
Actually, it's gold flakes, like bits of gold foil.
Yeah. So, but I would think, obviously it doesn't happen, but it seems like those
It
could
clogs?
get stuck. They could get
Yeah,
clogged
I'm
in
looking at my atomizer right now, and it looks pretty full of gold.
I'm gonna get that bottle just a second.
It seems like an extra to me that just is potentially a way to screw up your bottle at some point. Screw up the atomizer.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Smells great though.
So far, so good. I mean, it's still spraying.
Yeah.
I if anybody's out there, I mean, I know there's only a handful of people here watching, but if anybody has ever had a bottle like that with all the gold flakes, did you get to the end? Have you ever gotten to the end and like all the gold flakes are still left, or did your bottle get clogged up?
Wrens were in her backyard. Those are pretty and elegant.
All right, so
I also have these little red house finches that are really cool. So between the cardinals and these finches, I've got a couple of red birds around here.
All right,
that's the Hugo Boss magnetic.
Yeah, so yeah, it's rather spicy, I guess. I mean, it's strong,
You surprised me. I had no idea.
Hello,
Hey guys.
Hey.
I'm Super Cash. I'm just done with work.
Wow.
Here, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you? It looks sunny behind you.
Yeah, it's nice, right? This is a fig
guys,
tree. Do you see
you hear my dog Womo barking, by the way?
I do. No, I don't hear him. No.
Okay. It's always sunny in California, right?
Actually, yesterday it rained.
Yeah, it was crappy yesterday.
It was really bad. I had to drive towards the Inland Empire, and it was all gray, and the rain was gray. Oh, sorry, do you have another fragrance?
No, Christy, she asked me to hold the bottle up again. So this is the male version. They have a female one, which is also very good. I tried actually before I knew it was the female version. Actually, so
what is it, Boz?
It's Boz magnetic.
Boz magnetic.
Yeah,
you're magnetic. You are magnetic.
I'm the magnetic man. Thank you.
Anyways, hey Christy. Hey Barry. Hi guys. Yeah, hi Kay. How are you?
Good. I got a new doll. And she's fat.
She's what?
Fat.
She's fat.
She's appropriately baby fat. Like
like she's from Madame Alexander from the 1950s. And usually if you were to get a doll from the 1950s, their hair would be all messed up and the clothes would be in tatters. So I'm really lucky. Somebody had it sitting in like a cabinet or something.
She's very cute. Hey Kay, I thought you were gonna slow down on the dolls.
I sold 2 this week.
You did?
I did more. There's one back here that I bought from 1970. I have to don't die. Fix her up. This is Busy Lizzie.
Busy Lizzie's got messy hair.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to her yet. I just got her today.
She's
So
cute.
yeah, I like her smile. That's why I got her.
Oh, she's so sweet. Where are you getting them from?
I have a best friend that lives 2 blocks away that also is in the doll community and who happens to only be 32 years old and be the only other youngin in the doll community besides me. And we happen to live in the same town and we discovered each other on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, how funny. You live
Yeah, how crazy is that?
That's awesome.
Hey Kay, real quick, the chat banners that you put up seem extra large, and it's cutting me. I'm trying to keep my chin above the bar, and I know it's cutting a chunk.
There we go.
Thank you.
Now you're going to put up chats again, but I know sometimes they're smaller where they don't go in. They don't go into the thing.
Mr. Clean being the manager.
Yeah.
Again. Just kidding.
The manager.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Christy's sending me a doll. Oh my gosh, I just got the tracking number from her. I thought it was a Skipper at first, but it is a 61 Marlowe flip Barbie, which is an extremely rare mod 60s Barbie with the hair that flips up.
Awesome.
Like Francis hair. Yeah, so I'm excited. I thought it was Skipper because I couldn't tell who it was because that's how rare the style was.
Oh, how cool. Yeah, Christy's great. That's what I had growing up. I had Barbies. Like, that was the thing. And I had a Barbie shopping mall. It's pretty cool.
I had a dream last night that, like, I walked into into like a remodeled room in my house, and it was completely redone, and there were like Barbie wardrobes and like but they were all vintage Barbies on stands everywhere. It was really weird.
That's cool. But wait a second, Margie, you had a toy that was actually a shopping mall?
Yes. It was like
of course you did.
Yeah. I know. Not surprised.
You mean like a shopping mall instead of a dollhouse? It was a mall?
It was a mall. It was a shopping mall.
So cool. Okay, I didn't catch that.
Are you surprised that Margie would have a shopping mall as a toy?
It was totally open on the front.
I'm definitely not surprised at all. That's so fitting for you.
It was so cute, and it had like the counters and everything, and like Barbie. I put the Barbie behind the counter, and she was selling perfume to the other Barbies. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't perfume.
That's good.
It was fun.
And one Barbie would come in and return all the clothes or jewelry.
Yes. There was a Barbie that kept returning things to the mall.
Are you gonna see the new Barbie movie that's coming? I don't know.
Oh yeah, with
I will see it because it looks hilarious. It looks.
I would like to see
fun.
that too.
Totally.
She says that doll needs Kay. It was my mom's. I can't wait to get her and like have her featured. It'll be so fun, and she'll have a friend and another friend when I take her out of the box.
Like, I certainly don't care. I don't give a shit about Barbie. Like when I heard a Barbie movie, I thought, oh, like for kids. Then when I saw the trailer and what it looks like, I'm like, oh no, that looks hilarious.
Yes, I bet it's going to be good. And Margot Robbie's great.
And now you can drink at movie theaters.
Yeah, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
Oh, he's in it too? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's Ken.
Yeah.
Ken. Oh, man.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling is Ken.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be
Margot.
What do you think of the live action Ariel? It's so interesting to see Melissa McCarthy is going to be the villain.
Oh no, I don't like her. Oh, that's my whole. I don't think I'm gonna see it now. But yeah, I have yet to see the last Margot Robbie movie. What was it?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to see that. That's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I haven't been to the movie theater in years, like literal years.
I love movies, and there are certain movies that I will only see in the movie theater. So I do get out to the movie theater, not as much as I used to before the pandemic. before the pandemic, I probably was in a movie theater on average once every 3 weeks. So it's a lot less frequent now. But the last time I was at the movie theater was just a few weeks ago for the opening of John Wick Chapter 4.
Oh,
It's definitely a movie theater movie. And
Praise loud.
holy crap, it's so good. And it's a movie I highly recommend.
he's so cool, that guy, Keanu Reeves, man. He's. I wish I was so cool.
Exactly.
Guys love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, he's the man. I mean, I haven't heard of anybody that said, "Oh, I don't like him." That anybody that I know anyway.
I
Right.
love how
And-
his girlfriend's an artist. He has
Oh,
just
yeah.
his girlfriend's job is just being an artist, which is really cool.
Yeah.
'Cause
Cool.
They she's not from Hollywood. She's not a celebrity.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just
I
find
think
that
they-
beautiful.
and they were
or-
friends for like 20 years, I believe.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
they-
like an
I forget the-
organic type of.
They have a past
Lot
of
in
as
common.
being friends or something, and then got
Yeah.
together. So
She looks really tall, by the way. I
Tall?
saw a picture where she looked kind of even a little taller, and he's like 6'1", I think.
Wow.
And maybe she was wearing high heels, but still she's tall.
Yeah. Already.
Yeah.
hey, Smelly's
I
in
like
the house.
how she had gray hair.
Smelly's here. Hey, Smelly. Hey, Dan.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, Dan.
Reaper.
My iPad is down to 5%.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
I have to
Yeah,
let me
iPad
run an
sucks.
extension cord. Let me run an extension
Run
cord.
an
I'll be back.
extension cord. It's that kind of weather here where, it's cold and then it's too hot and then it's cold and then it's too hot. Let me see what the temperature is here.
Really? That's
Yeah.
kind of like here in Norway.
That
That's
was like-
typical
Yeah.
Norwegian weather. Yeah.
well,
It's the-
the spring weather. It's like you can't. It's like you can't win.
Yeah. I mean, here it's maybe one of few countries where you can feel cold and sweat at the same time.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's so weird, man.
Do you get a lot of sun where you're at, Boz?
Yeah, I mean, these last few days has been really sunny, but it was windy as well, but not today.
do you mean sunny as in like 40 degrees out Fahrenheit and then the sun is out? Is that what
Well,
you mean by sun?
Well, I don't know in Fahrenheit. I use Celsius, but anyway, it's been kind of not too warm, but kind of it's all right.
I just feel like Norway's so freezing. I could just picture you like going outside and it's big
Right?
jacket.
I
That's
know.
in the
that's
north.
the picture.
That's in the north. I live in the south, so it's a little better. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Milo.
put some shorts on. I'll be right back because I'm hot. I'm sitting here and I'm dying. Be right back.
Right. Cool.
All right, you got your next frag.
Yeah. Well, it was
All right.
all right. It is. I think I don't know how good this one is. Maybe not so spicy, but it's Harold. It's got vanilla and tobacco anyway, so vanilla qualifies. It's a spice,
good.
right? Yeah, vanilla and tobacco. Harold.
So, wait, how many of your spicy ones are all PDMs?
Not too many. Two actually. Yeah, I actually only have I think 5. Oh, just a second. I have Leighton. Sadly, Percival is now it's empty. I don't have it anymore in that way. So I have Orjan. This is Orjan that I already showed, and Carlisle. So yeah, that's it.
Because Boz, for good or bad, you're always gonna be associated with PDM now.
Yeah, it's just because I went on Ramsey's stream and talked positively about one PDM fragrance. That's all it takes. That's the one that he doesn't think so highly about. Percival.
Yeah. No, like that is, there will always be a few memorable moments that people seem to be known for in front.
Yeah.
And you will always be known now for your PDM moment.
PDM defender. Don't touch PDN.
Well,
Don't mess
at least it wasn't the moment that I had last weekend on Margie's stream. Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
Where I accidentally left something out.
the 8-hour
Oh,
stream, you mean?
Yeah, but hey, I don't think anything happened with that, right? Like that did
No, I
not
got-
come back.
Opportunity by older
That did not come back to haunt you. There was nothing posted anywhere on that.
Oh, that's the most important part, I think.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It's just the chat that knows. That's all.
yeah. Oh well. You
I
know what?
missed it.
But the chat are people who love you. So if the chat wants to talk to you about something goofy with you, at least you know that they're your friends.
Yeah. There are good chats, there are evil chats, of course, where they're
And-
just looking to
Oh, like
tear you to
Yankee
shreds.
Candle called me fat.
Who?
Yankee Candle.
Who is that? I don't know.
I don't know. Some idiot troll. Probably RXL.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Is it me or is it you? Kay's image was freezing.
It was
Must
for
be
a
you.
bit, but it seems better now,
Oh
right?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't really see that. Well, I didn't pay attention.
Oh, Christy's right. Christy, yeah, Boz totally needs
I
a
know.
shirt, a t-shirt that says,
Hello there, dear friends. We have creepy eyes and like to watch you not liking this video. So you better like this video or we will follow you to your kitchen and drink your milk and eat your sandwiches and steal your left shoe. Hee hee hee.
I didn't know what to do. I had like
I
5
was
minutes.
just gonna do my best Sly Stallone impersonation. Don't mess with PDM, you don't mess. you,
Yeah.
you.
you've got a good Sylvester Stallone voice.
Yeah, you, Adrian, you. Hey.
Oh, Lou's here. Hey, Louis.
Louis, yeah.
Louis is
Wonder,
drunk. What?
Louis.
Louis never gets drunk. How
No,
the hell is he?
Louis
How
never
is he
even
drunk
drinks.
AF?
It's Friday night, Even here, I
Yeah, but
mean,
Louis is not a big drinker. Louis doesn't typically get drunk.
yeah. Well, I guess he felt like it.
Look out! Who now we have to beware of what drunk Louis does in the chat.
Ooh, let's see. Let's see this drunk Louis person. I'm not familiar
Fish.
with drunk Louis.
Fish Finger Reaper asked me about why I wear a t-shirt through winter. Well, yeah, we get good heating here. Sometimes I mean, you see me in that, that, how do you call it?
I wear t-shirts all winter long in my house. When you guys see me on the stream, I put on a button-up shirt, but like I'm usually in a t-shirt like this every day in the house, typically. So.
Right. Do you know, Clean? Do you know who Jordan Schlansky is? Have you heard of him?
Jordan Schlansky?
Yeah.
No.
He was on Conan O'Brien, You kind of remind me of him because he was always like talking about facts and but never smiling, and never like keeping eye contact. Usually, I don't say you don't keep eye contact. Anyway, he was like very serious and yeah.
He can, yeah. Mr. Clean can look really serious sometimes, like, right? Okay.
Apparently I'm Lewis's man crush, so that's good.
Oh wow.
Louis, oh nice.
Okay.
Oh Louis, why?
I bet Louis loves donuts.
Mr. Clean has smoldering eyes. He's got those smoldering eyes. Crazy.
One time, this is so
I
off topic, but about the smoldering eyes. One time I saw this homeless guy at a gas station with the hose down the back of his pants.
What did he have?
Oh,
I don't know what he was doing, but I think he was washing his butt.
oh no.
And what did he have down the back of his pants?
The hose, the gas station.
Oh my gosh, poor guy.
Oh,
That's probably how they clean up that.
And how did you
made me think of it?
how did you get to that from my
I
smoldering
don't know.
house?
That's an
What
interesting there.
what a way to go.
So I have a spicy frag.
Yeah, look,
So
I'm
weird.
glad you do, because guess what? I showed up on a spicy frag stream without any spicy frags.
It's kind of like me on an average dance stream. People were talking about vintage fragrances, and I was like, "Here is a Le Beau by Jean Paul
Look
Gaultier."
how Boz gets away with it. No one
This
knows.
is a 2019 vintage.
Yeah, something like that. Vintage, very vintage. For me, it is.
No, I wore it today. It was my scent of the day today.
What is it? What's your spicy
And
pick
I
that you wore?
was in heaven all day. I was in love all day. So I wore Chanel 31 Rue Cambon.
Oh, you only go for fancy stuff.
Oh, I had some cheapies here too. You know why I picked this?
Nice.
The black pepper in this is so prominent. Like it's like black pepper, big time. So it's like iris and black pepper, and it's like iris and black pepper, but then it has like it's like a fruity chypre still. But the black
Yeah.
here is so good.
I just remembered one more story that I have that which can be called spicy. That's the Prada Lone, because that's got also iris and black pepper, I believe.
Prada L'Homme.
Yeah,
Oh, Christy's gonna
I
go
love the
grab
Prada
her
L'Homme
sample.
line. I have Prada L'Homme. I have Prada L'Homme. What is it? Intense or Extreme? Whatever it's called.
and
I have Prada L'Homme Low. I have Prada L'Homme. Oh, there's another one. I have 4 of the 5 that they've made. I do not have Prada L'Homme Absolute. That's the one I don't have. So anyway,
Right.
I'm a big fan, but I never think of it as pepper. But now I got to smell it again.
Yeah. I mean, really spicy. I guess it doesn't have to be like typically spicy you would think of, but yeah, it's got that black pepper in it. And it just, that's what kind of like makes it special is that black pepper and iris. This is seriously the most beautiful perfume I've smelled. Like I say that a lot, but it's so, so good. But yeah, let me tell you the notes. It has ylang-ylang and rose in the heart. So it's like peppery, right? It's got bergamot. I can't really get a lot. Peppery bergamot. So it's like the first thing you get is like this real peppery kind of, it like is very lively. And then, then the mid is iris, ylang-ylang, rose. And then the base is patchouli and labdanum. So it smells kind of like a chypre, you know what I mean? But it's more of like a modern chypre, spicy with the iris and the ylang. It's not too powdery at all. It's not powdery. Oh my god, I freaking love
It
this.
smells so good. I remember smelling it with you.
It's so good.
We
So,
smelled
yeah.
all the Chanel's.
I know. Kay did so good. She lined up all my Chanel's together, Hermes.
So, as you were speaking, it just reminded me of this. And guess what? I didn't break it out originally because I talk about it all the time for the last couple months.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it's. I'm not looking at the notes. I don't know if there's black pepper. There might be. There might be some pink pepper. But it is spicy. It's more it's the geranium spicy, and it's Equipage geranium.
That's a good one.
This is, and now as you were describing Rue Cambon, you said, but it's not too powdery. This is one I would say is powdery, but not overly powdery. Spicy. It's like this spicy geranium on a powder base. It works really well. It is
spicy, you're right.
This is a top 5 frag for me.
That's a really good fragrance. I wonder how easy you can still get that. Can you? Equipage geranium?
Yeah, depends where you are, I guess. Not here. If you are in Norway, it's not very.
I think geranium is pretty spicy, right, Mr. Clean?
Yeah, geranium can be. Geranium often stands in for rose or alongside rose. They share a lot of similarities, but geranium does tend to be spicier, and you
It
do
has
tend
more
to
of a
see.
carnation take.
Yeah, geranium.
Like a
Geranium is
carnation rose mixture.
exactly. It's sort of right where
Carnation.
if rose and carnation had a baby, it might be geranium.
Yeah, I have
Exactly.
Cyrene. That's a geranium fragrance.
And I like in men's frags, I think it's often more of the spicier end that they pull out in it. Geranium is a very common note in men's frags.
Yeah, that's true.
I think this one has geranium. My scent of the day. This is Elixir. Invictus Victory Elixir.
Nice.
So, it's
Is it spicy?
sweeter. Yeah, it's spicy, but it's sweeter than the original Victory. Yeah, I like that.
My scent of the day is not a spicy one, but should I go get it? Should I talk about myself?
My gardener's here.
I don't know.
I told him not to come this time.
I thought your gardener
Gosh,
came
he's
in the
going to come with the
morning.
leaf blower.
Oh, well, if your window's shut, you'll be fine. It's not going to interrupt. Let me go grab my scent of the day. even though it's not
Okay,
spicy.
sorry guys. If it gets crazy, I'll have to mute it.
Just
got
tell
new
him,
juice today.
tell him to leave.
Huh?
Yeah, new
Tell-
juice.
Cute. Very
They're like
cute.
1990s
I
vlog style. I love them. They're the Mad Steve
Vlogs.
Madden.
Oh, there's Steve Madden?
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Nice.
Steve Madden.
You know what?
Good.
Shoes. That's another thing. You can never have enough of shoes. Right?
Yeah, I feel like men and women both. Like men have shoe collections, women have shoe collections.
Yes. And you know what? If you take care of your shoes, look at this. Look at this.
Well, it's good. We don't hear it anyway.
He tried to come on Saturday when I was streaming. And I told him to leave. I said, no, not right now. And he's like, I'm going to come back. Anyway.
Margie, you should be making margaritas for Cinco de Mayo and
I
offer your
wish I had margarita mix. That would be amazing.
Margarita. I have.
Speaking of Cinco de Mayo, Boz, do Europeans and Brits like acknowledge Cinco de Mayo? Is it a thing? Is it a thing
No.
outside of the U.S. and Mexico?
No.
I think
We
it's
have,
really a US thing.
the 1st of May is like a holiday here. Because
Yeah, you guys get May Day.
Yeah, May Day.
You guys get a holiday that cares about laborers and workers' rights.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is originally. Yeah. It was big, where I was growing up in Yugoslavia. Of course, it was huge, So, yeah.
So here's my scent of the day. It is not spicy, but I haven't worn it for a while. Now that it's like warmed up and I had to run an errand outside, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to smell like in the warmth today.
Oh,
Nishane Wulong Cha.
Oh, Wulong Cha.
Wulong Cha is
That's like the only
such
Nishane I like.
the perfect, gorgeous combination of citrus and a green tea note. And that's the Wulong, and it's a Wulong tea.
it's Chinese.
It is this just gorgeous citrus green tea. Highly recommend. I've raved about this one a number of times over the past year. And I've not smelled all the Nishane, but this might be the best of Nishane.
I never try any of them.
I have to agree. I do like that Nishane. You haven't tried any Nishane, Buzz?
No. I know they are from Turkey, right? Yeah. So they are like the only major brand that is based in Turkey. You got also that unique but they are in California and Irvine, I think.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Their owner is Turkish. I know that. So
And they're in California?
yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I kind of get with Nishane the like influencer vibe. Like they're very much an influencer.
Yeah, and there was a little influencer scandal with them. Apparently, we all heard about it, but I've yet to see any written account of it. I've only heard it being referred to. And that was apparently Nishane asked the people they gave the product to what was it, that if you don't like it, don't say anything bad, only talk about it if you like it? Was it something like that?
Yes, I remember that.
Sweet deal.
But but here's something I tried to say something about this before, in a way, like there are brands that might do some shady things, and there are brands that where not everything that they make is going to be awesome, or like they went too deep with influencers. But in the end, if they have one or two or a few fragrances that are actually damn good, like is something they did that was shady going to prevent me from liking a really good fragrance? No.
Yeah.
So,
of course not. Yeah, of course not.
But I do agree. I like Oolong Cha. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what happened to me actually just it was like a couple hours ago. I had ordered this sample set from Argos, and then I get this email that it has been canceled actually because and they don't provide an explanation. They say if you want to know why, you must contact us. You must contact us. I must contact them. Imagine that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was this recently?
Yeah, it was now. I mean, like a couple of hours ago.
Yeah,
back.
I remember you ordered it like it was like last weekend or something.
I think
you ordered it live during a stream, didn't you, or something?
Dan, come here.
Just after, I think that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think what's happened probably is that they had run out of those samples just as I had placed the order. Probably I don't know. I think so. What else could it be? Like it says that they did ship here to Norway also.
Interesting.
Well, it's just kind of fucked up that they tell you have to reach out to find out why.
Yeah.
If they're reaching out to tell you it's canceled, why can't they just take the next step and tell you why?
Yeah, it's really like cheeky. I mean, kind of arrogant, I think.
Well, Rich ordered some Argos on Argos. Remember? I wonder if they.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Rich Mitch ordered it live on a stream.
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah.
Did you hear about him and JJ? I hope they make up.
Oh yeah, that was kind of ugly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but if we forget about it, hopefully it'll go away and everybody will be better. So
yeah.
The less we talk about certain things, the less that they are a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know really what happened. Of course, I can't see JJ's messages and I don't go on Ramsey's streams anymore. So, but I guess, I can only imagine what happened. So that's all. I'm not going to say what I think happened. I mean, I can, it's easy to guess, I think, pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Like Christy said, no fighting. We only have each other in this hobby.
Yeah, exactly. So silly.
You guys, check out this cat. Like she has like saucer eyes. Look at her eyes. She's so cool.
Mrs. Kitty has big eyes.
My uncle has exactly the same kind of cat.
This is Boo Boo. Boo Boo is the rare female ginger. She's out here in my yard, all excited for the birds. She doesn't have it in her to get up and actually catch and kill a bird, so I'm not worried about that. But she's all like walking around the yard like, oh.
She's so cute.
Is she fat? I can't tell if she's fat. Is she fat?
She's She's maybe a few pounds, like
She's
not huge,
well.
not huge, but she's bigger than she needs to be. She's a
Well,
little
it's
soft.
better than being frail,
No,
and
She's a little
undernourished.
soft. She's rolling around in the dirt pretty much now.
Yeah, cats don't really do much, like dogs, for instance.
Yeah, they just kind of hang around.
Yeah, they're lazy.
I want a new puppy, but yeah.
Have you guys heard?
I have to like unfollow every animal Instagram account that I follow because it makes
So
me
that
want
you don't buy more?
it makes me want like every puppy. I'm like toy poodle, cavapoo. My dog was a cavapoo, Penny, the one that I lost, and oh my god, she was the most awesome dog ever. King Charles Cavalier Spaniel Poodle mix. Awesome. Anyways, yeah, I'm a gangsta.
Margie is like, she's a gangsta.
You know what's really nice?
I'm a gangsta.
You know what's a really nice dog raise? Because my uncle and aunt also have that dog. They live on a house. It's like a Belgian Shepherd. It's a lovely.
Shepherd?
Yeah, they got this female Belgian Shepherd. She's so lovely. I mean, she's adorable. She comes to you to cuddle, and I mean, everybody.
Yeah, that's how Penny was. Penny was always on me all the time, and she slept next to me, and yeah, I miss her.
So Margie does have a dog still.
I do. I have Peanut.
And most people, if you're here, you probably know she has Peanut, and Peanut's 15 years old and blind.
Somewhere around here, yeah.
Blind.
And Margie, I get part of you wanting to get a pup now, and also like because you're going to have a point where it's going to transition because Peanut's not going to be here forever, and we're late in Peanut's life. But at the same time, so I go both ways. Like I understand it on one hand, but then for Peanut, would it take it could be interesting for Peanut to have a pup in the house. It could give her something to do and think about. Also, it could mean that most of your dog attention goes to a puppy and like training and picking up after a puppy that's doing puppy things, and then Peanut's not getting the attention.
Yeah, no, I think, you know what, honestly, Peanut has always been a very social dog, and she loves other dogs. So I think if I did get a puppy, she would be like cuddling with the other puppy. She's very loving, Peanut is. But here's the thing, when Peanut goes, I'm still going to be stuck with that puppy for 15 years. So I probably shouldn't get another puppy. Shouldn't get another
if
dog.
You're saying stuck with, I mean, the thing is, I just assume you have determined that you will always have a dog.
So. I don't know. It's a whole thing, right? It's like a whole thing. But yeah, Christy says Peanut would probably have a hard time adjusting to a baby pup. Yeah. Because, honestly, like puppies can be annoying. And if Peanut's blind. So can you imagine like a little like puppy coming at her? She'd be like, oh my gosh, she'd probably freak out. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm good.
Peanut would be best. Actually, you know what I would recommend, Margie?
What would you recommend?
Is not a puppy, but like a 9 to 14-month-old rescue who needs a home and is still young enough to and then that age could probably deal well with Penny.
Yes.
And no poop. So you're not going to have to pick up their poop all the time.
Yeah, that's really not so charming part of having a dog.
There's Peanuts. Yeah, maybe I will opt for an older dog. I don't know.
Yeah, a rescue dog.
Oh my gosh! See, here they go. Now they're vacuuming. Now they're mowing the lawn.
We don't hear. I don't.
Oh no, they're vacuuming, Margie. They're vacuuming the lawn.
Just a little bit, but it's not.
Have you ever mowed a lawn before, Margie?
No.
Margie,
I know how to mow lawns. I feel so cool because I'm a girl and I know how to mow lawns. I learned.
I think it kind of sounds fun to mow a lawn.
It is.
It's not.
I enjoy
it hurts
mowing
my hand.
The best thing
I
about
love my
mowing
gardener.
lawn,
he's awesome.
best thing about mowing a lawn is making the marks. You get to see a trail, and then you can create like a pattern.
It's like an OCD thing, right?
It is. It's cool. That's what I like about mowing lawns.
Yeah. What was I going to say now?
That's too funny. Oh, we got some good peeps in here. Some of the regulars.
Yeah. I
Okay.
was going to say something about dogs, but now I forgot. Damn.
Dogs are the best. Yes, like Christy said, I need to unfollow the animal Instagram accounts because they make you want one. They make you want a monkey. I want a miniature horse.
A monkey?
No, you don't want a monkey. You never want a monkey.
Yeah, monkey is like child, but worse.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
they're
don't
like,
want child and you don't want monkey.
Could you guys imagine? Like Kay's got a parrot, but could you imagine Margie comes on with a fucking monkey?
Good luck managing that.
I would have to like figure out how to put it to work. I'd be like, clean up,
A
organize my.
smoke. A smoky
Apparently, you have
monkey,
other
man.
people already doing the work there. So.
Anoush, come up here, Anoush. We missed
Does
you.
he
I haven't-
steal your peppers and your figs from your garden?
Who?
Your
The gardener?
gardener,
You
man?
know what? I think they stole my avocados, but that's okay because I don't eat
But
them.
they should, because you're not using those fruits.
And
Actually,
I
you
don't
should
think they
tell-
take my figs though.
The
I
rats
Actually, you
sneak
should
them.
tell him that whenever they're here, to take as much as they want that looks good.
So
because
that
you're not using
because
it.
I noticed critters do come to your yard to feast.
I know. I find avocados that are like half eaten from like some kind of animals out there.
Yeah, it's rats.
I don't like
giant rats.
avocado.
Did you say you don't like avocados, Buzz?
No.
I love
love
avocado.
avocados. I just had a
The thing
salad
is-
with avocado.
Avocado really doesn't have much flavor. It's just
Yeah.
kind of fat, but it's
Yeah.
good. And
It
when you
holds
put the
season.
when you season it, yeah, like I love avocado. It's so malleable. to what
Satiating.
you want.
It's satiating. It
I
fills
think
you up,
it's
doesn't it?
it's most popular as an ingredient in a food, right? In a dish, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
Next
yeah,
one.
it's-
Guacamole.
Cinco de Mayo. Avocado. I
Oh, come on. We
Yeah.
got to get this Norwegian up in here. Margie and I live near Mexico. We've had real Mexican food and margaritas. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know how to make enchiladas.
We do have like some sort of Mexican or Tex-Mex
agree.
restaurants here.
Do you really? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we do.
I can't
This is
imagine
not,
that being very good. Are they good?
well, I haven't been to any actually, but I actually have only been to Indian, Thai, and maybe Chinese.
I
ones.
love Thai food.
Me too.
So, yeah. So, Boz, let me tell you. So, there is so Tex-Mex and actual Mexican, though they share many of the same seasonings and ingredients, they actually are very different in many ways, and I love both. And Tex-Mex should never be poo-pooed because it's very like Southwestern. I'm going to call Tex-Mex is Southwestern style food. It's going to be heavy on cumin and cheese, whereas actual Mexican food has often little to no cheese. Depending on which region of Mexico. And some of the way the seasons are tweaked are different. But I love Tex-Mex as much as Mexican. And one of the things that you'll see a lot in Tex-Mex food that I highly recommend is tortilla soup. Highly recommend some good
I love tortilla
soup.
Oh my god, tortilla
Love it.
soup's amazing.
Yeah, I
Love
do like that stuff. Yeah, but now you talk just like Jordan Schlansky. What you just said is just what he would have said.
This guy up.
Now I gotta see that. I hope I don't forget. You message me
Look at-
later, Jordan Schlansky.
Yeah, he is so funny. I mean, because he always gives you like, with Conan O'Brien when they talk, he always like talks like he's giving a lesson, like a lecture. I mean, as he goes, but he's an expert on Italian, everything Italian food.
Really?
Yeah. So he goes like, I think there's a heavy excess. I think there's an excess of heavy cream Italian American cooking, and Conan just goes, he's ignoring him like.
That sounds like me. That sounds like
Catch my whiff.
I love the blower backpack. It looks kind of like Ghostbusters.
I know, right? It does look like Ghostbusters.
I mean,
I really like my gardener, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's really cool.
Yeah, you should watch that, because I watch that late at night just to be in the right mindset before I go to bed, to feel good. I mean, that's so funny, and like Conan calls him like douchebag and stuff like that. It's so amusing. And when he shows him a photo, of himself in Italy on a speedboat, on a lake. And Conan goes, "Oh yeah, I remember this photo. You remember when it was on the cover of Douche Weekly, stuff like that."
So Boz, are you calling me a douchebag?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, Conan is like, what?
Scaring Boz, Mr. Clean.
No, you are very like neat. You are neat. I appreciate that. Actually, I am a guy that doesn't like like those types like who are very crude and rough.
Yeah, I do need to be neater. Tomorrow night, if you guys see me on stream, like, look, you never see my hair get this. I try to get cleaned up when I come on camera, but I didn't clean up yet.
Is Smelly going on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're gonna crown him the king of Fredco.
Oh no, we've Margie, check the we've been doing a lot of planning. We're gonna do a very British versus American thing tomorrow. Because see, in England, the king is being coronated. The coronation.
Is that today, or is that?
Is it today or tomorrow?
Oh, okay.
I thought he was already crowned. I didn't know that.
The coronation is this weekend, and so we're gonna have a very British versus America thing.
See you later, Christy.
I'm kind of sitting on the fence there. Bye, Christy, because I don't really enjoy. I'm not pro monarchy. I mean, here we have monarchy, but I think these especially the children of the royal couple, I think behave like idiots mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see who they married, I mean, they are terrible at choosing their partners.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
I think these days most people are not pro monarchy, and Dan keeps saying that really, as far as he knows, like the reality on the street in England is most of them it's a bunch of bullshit, and they're not really paying attention to any of it. So
yeah,
I think Americans get more into British royalty than the Brits do.
I like Kate Middleton, and that's about it. That's the only thing I know. I like her fashion. She looks so classy. Oh my God.
She looks like a wonderful mom.
She's charming, yeah.
A wonderful mother.
Yeah.
Like I see her scold her kids in public, and she always gets them to calm down.
Really? Yeah, she seems like a great woman. So I do like her.
She's charming, definitely. Yeah.
Right?
I think
Totally
Gerard in the house. Hey, man.
Oh, hi, Gerard.
He's like, there's a guy in your backyard. Yes, I know. He comes at the worst possible time, Gerard. The worst possible time.
I don't know what you think about the other people, Meghan and Harry.
Well, Meghan and Harry, that was kind of sad. I'm sad that they left, but I can understand because I saw a lot of racism directed toward Meghan, and it was really horrible to see how the British people treated Meghan Markle as being a black woman infiltrating their monarchy. It's pretty fucked up.
I don't think it's because she's black. I think it's because she's Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
she's a piece of work, though. She's kind of a narcissistic. she's a narcissist.
I didn't
and-
like. She chose
Yeah.
for her own children. Her children should have had the decision if they wanted to leave or not. But her decision made it so that they can never ever be royal.
Yeah, I don't really like her. But yeah, I don't know. I think if she was probably a nice person, that probably maybe wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
And I
you know
think-
that. Yeah,
Poor
Louis
Harry,
is
in a
here.
way. I think
Louis, he is in the back. How to say, back room,
Oh, Louis is backstage.
backstage. Yeah.
Oh. Hi.
Louis.
Hello.
I want to see
Hey.
her face.
I just wanted to say that Margie's gardener is a very hardworking and beautiful man. And we all need to appreciate him.
Did
I wanted
Clayton
to say
get
that-
Cardinal?
He is a
Huh?
hard worker and a beautiful man. I agree.
I wanted to say that
Please.
Margie is a gangster from California. No one understands that. I wanted to say that Mr. Clean is a very handsome man, a very, very beautiful man. And Boz, you are very underrated, beautiful, intelligent guest. And Kay, you're a
Thank
great host. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And yeah, I'm going to leave you guys to it, but I just want to say I love you all and have a good evening.
Love
Right
you.
on. Thanks,
Thank
Louis.
you, man. Thanks, Louis.
Call me a gangster.
Gangster much.
So did you see something? I saw your face.
My cat
That is
my
so
cat
funny.
went over to my neighbor's place and just crawled up there. Just where I think my cat is trying to get closer to the birds, and let Boo Boo, and went up my neighbor's balcony thing on. So okay, wait over here. Wait, where are we?
Oh, nice
So
neighborhood.
okay, see the fence. This is my side. That's their side. And my cat just ran up their stairs and is on their roof deck right now.
Oh no! Bad kitty.
Boo Boo's on the neighbor's roof deck.
Bad
Boo Boo.
pussy.
Boo Boo.
Bad kitty. Yeah.
Boo
you're in Chicago, right? So how far are you
Yes.
from the lake, Michigan?
I am about 5 miles. 5 miles from downtown, about
Oh.
5 miles from the lake. I'm close, but when you're in the city, 5 miles can be like a half hour to get there.
Yeah, right.
Like, so I'm really not far, and I'm in the middle of the city. But yeah, urban stuff, it can take a while to get around here.
Right.
Okay, I hope my cat comes back down here. What the hell? That was bizarre. I look up there and there's Boo Boo running up the neighbor's.
Like
Roof
Pet
deck.
Cemetery stuff. She's possessed.
Boo Boo. I might have to check. I'm going to go over there and see if I can get her.
Naughty Mrs. Kitty.
Now we are alone. Margie
Oh
left.
no, they have left us. I have one last fragrance.
Nice.
And why it is
He had to find his kitty.
his pussy. He lost his pussy.
Yes. Kay's got the opium.
Opium.
That's
So does
like,
Margie. Margie, you pull out yours. Okay, Margie has hers. I have mine. This one's perfect for today. It's got so many different spice notes in here. I know there's incense, cinnamon. Is there pepper in here of some sort?
maybe. I'm not sure. Oh my god, this is like
Oh,
the
for
epitome.
sure.
This is like the epitome of spicy fragrance right here.
Yeah,
Right?
there's nothing that can
You should
there's
next
nothing-
time bring that opium over so we can compare.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
like a little older bottle than
Yeah, this is like, I think because of the fact that this is a dabber, it's a different concentration, perhaps. Oh, it says EDT, so I don't know. My juice is darker than yours.
yeah, mine's EDT too.
Hello, Boo Boo. Hello again.
I got
Mine
it.
was in an antique store on display for years.
That's a cool bottle. I got mine from Manouche at Enchante Perfumes, and it's
Shout
a
out to Manouche.
Anoush.
edition. I mean, you would never know this is. It is so.
The
many-
bottle, I felt it. It feels the glass. It's just so. It just feels so perfect in your hand. The way that they used to do things, they would take their time, and so much went into things in the design of a bottle versus how they would do an intense flaker, elixir flaker, all these other flakers. Whereas back in the day, you would have just a few flakers in the original, maybe like 2 flakers.
Yeah. No, this is probably my most prized bottle. Just the whole presentation, everything about it. And Kay, you were really the one
That's
that
a great bottle.
this. Yeah, it's
Nice.
a great
Really?
bottle.
I'm so glad you love it, because that one, I mean, it's not wearable year round, but when you do wear it in the cold time of the year, it's so comforting and perfect
It's
for
so
like
enveloping, right?
Yeah.
It just like envelops you. It's,
winter blues go straight away.
yeah. No, this is.
I
this
like
is
that.
amazing.
I love the color. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the color.
I don't regret this 1 minute. Yeah.
Mm.
Best bottle.
Mhm.
Nice.
Nice.
Who else has a spicy one?
I'm out. I already showed mine.
I might want
Maybe.
another spicy one. Do you have
I
one?
lack
Kay?
in
Kay
spicy.
loves. This is right up Kay's alley. She loves spicy fragrances.
Clayton hates this.
Yeah,
Famous. right?
it's a monster. It is beastly.
He
and
wants
it
to
is,
kill it and shoot it and make
and
it
it is
dead.
very amberwoody.
It is, but I mean, if you're somebody that hates that, then you can't handle it. But if you can tolerate that, then this, for what it is, it's nuclear. It's long lasting. For me, I use it for layering with female fragrances that are more vanilla leaning, so that I smell like a freaking snickerdoodle or a cinnamon bun.
Buzz, are you familiar with red tobacco?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it. I've never tried it, but of course, I heard of it. I mean,
I bought
It's
mine
pretty
for
intense.
$80. Mine was only $80. Well, this isn't the cap. The cap fell down under there.
How
But
much?
$80
$80?
on
Red
Mercari. That sales site. It's like a Facebook Marketplace type of sales site.
Is that supposed to be like Baccarat Rouge?
yeah, that's the
No.
other one. I was
No?
thinking.
It's more like
Oh,
Spice
okay.
Bomb Extreme.
Oh, it's like Spice Bomb. Okay. I'm not familiar
Spice
with
Bomb.
I smelled it. Yes.
It's a very it's dark and intense, not sweet and intense, but dark.
Hmm.
Like it's
It's very spicy.
yeah.
Like more bitter than sweet, like maybe that you mean bittersweet symphony.
I have one. My phone's about to go dead, but I'm on
Oh,
my
there's just somebody backstage. Oh my gosh. Look who it is.
Oh,
Hi.
What up?
Oh my gosh, it's been
Amen.
forever.
I know. Can you guys hear me properly?
Yep.
yep,
Yes.
very.
Talk about
Very.
gangster.
How you
Yeah.
guys doing?
Oh my god. We were
I
just
knew the
talking
Canadian gangster. I'm the California gangster. You're the Canadian gangster.
Yeah,
Where's your week?
got my hockey playoff beard going on right now. Until my
Yeah,
team gets knocked out, the beard is going to keep growing and growing and growing. So.
Yeah,
No.
it's coming up. I can't see very close, but you've got the stashes coming up, right?
Yeah, you can't because it all melds in together. It probably could grow out of here and everywhere or whatever. It's like I look like a little pet shop of horrors or whatever.
It
No.
looks good. I can't wait to see you get some twirl on the mustache.
Good. It's good to see you guys. Boz, Clean, Margie K. Love you guys. Hope you guys are
I
good.
love you too. We're doing
I have a very underrated, what I consider a spicy. A lot of people wouldn't because they just consider this to be fruity. The OG Hot Couture because of the raspberry and the black currant. But it is a spicy fragrance.
Yes.
This
it
is
is. It's
What
so
what
good.
is that? What house are we talking?
Hot Couture by Givenchy.
Oh,
It's definitely
It's
spicy.
original with the kickstand bottle.
Oh,
Kickstand like your mother's wooden leg.
cool.
is that the EDP?
And-
Yeah, the eau de parfum. Yeah. This is before they had an eau de toilette.
What year or era is that?
Old.
80s.
No.
It's
an
always the
90s.
early 90s.
Yeah, when this first came out, it was just only an eau de parfum. And then when they streamlined, they introduced an eau de toilette as well, which was in like the pink, right? With the pink, with just a lighter concentration, which actually became more popular because this is not for the faint of heart.
Yes.
I think
Right?
that was
This is not
92
for
or
everybody.
93. Because they also released Indecents around like a year later or a year before that one.
Indecence was before that.
Okay.
But really close.
You know what, Anush? I had the modern day EDT and EDP, and I let them. I sold them because at the time I was like, oh, I was moving on really quickly from stuff. But you sent me, I think, some vintage Givenchy. What is it called again? Haute couture.
Haute couture.
Haute couture, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
isn't
sent
it
me some.
haute?
It is so freaking good. That
it
do
is
you know
hot.
what it is? Haute couture.
I
It's
think
like
Lewis
a
came in to say
raspberry-
something nice about
It's
Anush.
got a raspberry blackcurrant notes.
Raspberry blackcurrant.
Around the time plus or minus 4 years before and after the time of this, Givenchy had a lot of weird stuff where they screwed up. Like Kay was talking about the Indecence, where they had it and then they discontinued it and then they started doing this whole shit where they called Givenchy was the first designer brand house before Chanel, before Guerlain that started doing what they were reintroducing old school classic fragrances and streamlining them.
Really?
Right? So if you guys remember L'Entrée,
Yep.
right? That was the OG original L'Entrée was the supposed L'Entrée was created. It was like what Audrey Hepburn would have liked, blah, blah, blah. Right. So they recreated that with a new form of L'Entrée around the same time of Haute Couture, and it was a complete flop. And then they had Le Deux Givenchy, Givenchy 3, where they discontinued them all and they brought them back all together and streamlined them into like same bottle, and they called them Givenchy Classics. And this is what now in modern times we've seen what Chanel has done, Guerlain has done, Dior has done, where they streamline old classics. Givenchy was the first designer house to do that stupid shit.
Interesting. What's the modern compared to the vintage? Well, I feel like the vintage is better on that one because I smelled what you sent me.
Yeah, I don't see too much apart from this the old OG Eau de Parfum. It's not that big of a deal, especially when you compare pricing. Like then
I have the new one.
Value.
I want that bottle.
You know,
I'll bring it so you can smell it.
What?
I'm here shopping. Sorry, guys. It's like the shopping network.
This is a children's telethon here or whatever.
I was gonna say, Kay, you look like Amy Lee in that dress. That's what I wanted to say. You know Amy Lee, yeah?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, Evanescence.
I think Lewis wants to say something.
Lewis.
Oh yeah, go
I love
for
you,
it,
Mr.
Lewis.
Clean. You know me all too well.
Young blood.
I just want to say that Anuj is a very beautiful human being who, honestly, he's very straight talking human and so loving to the community. And yeah, we love him very much. And we don't take him for granted.
Yes, I agree with that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Lewis is so like cuddly when he's been drinking.
He's a happy drinker.
He's a happy drunk. I love it.
That's good.
That's the best type of drunk.
Right? I agree.
Yeah.
I got some. I love.
Hey, Lewis, was there an occasion? Because I know you're not a big drinker. So was there an occasion tonight?
The occasion is what day is it today? It's Friday.
Cinco de
Mayo.
Friday.
It's Friday. Man, we don't celebrate Cinco de.
He's getting ready for the coronation tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's your party.
Any
You're doing
excuse to get
coronation
drunk,
party.
right? In
You
England,
have a
any
day
excuse to
off,
get
so
drunk.
you can like sleep in and sleep it off.
What do you think about this coronation thing, Lewis?
I think that no one I know has even spoken about it, and that it's any excuse to get drunk.
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect. Well said. Love that.
I agree. Friday's an excuse to get.
Do you
drunk.
have any spicy fragrances for us, Lewis?
I mean, I love fragrance, but I don't love it that much. A little bit, but sometimes I love it so much. Spice Bomb, the original's better than the extreme. Fuck it.
Spice
Yeah.
Bomb? Okay.
Do you guys
Amen.
know? I don't think I've ever smelled Spice Bomb.
I have a decan of it because
You're
you know
crazy.
have to.
Like literally, that's what got me obsessed with perfume. Is Spice
Really? Spice
Really?
Bomb?
Bomb. 1000% Spice Bomb. Like I would always go to the mall, sniff Spice Bomb, drench myself in it.
He loves spicy fragrances.
Ledu Desert Malacan by Andy Tower, one of the best spice fragrances, 2005 release, I believe. Niche. People love that on Fragrantica. They always vote for it as one of the best. Yeah, Andy Tower, independent perfumer, Ledu Desert Malacan.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
such
have
a broad
bottle.
topic though. When you say spice, like spicy fragrances, it's not like it's not like you're not limiting it to like just like a small field. You're opening it up,
Yeah.
to a wide variety, man.
Yeah. Spice
Very
is-
much. Although for this, because it was Cinco de Mayo, and she did put a hot spicy chili pepper on
Oh,
her
okay.
thumbnail.
Okay.
So I think the original thought was like spicy, like hot kind of pepper.
Hey!
But it's we can talk about
Okay,
spicy.
okay. Well, then that makes sense then. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Davidoff Echo for Men.
Which one?
Davidoff Echo for Men. Discontinued.
Oh, I haven't smelled that one.
Fantastic.
Anuj, do you guys do any Cinco de Mayo in Canada?
No.
Why did they do that? Come on.
Pretty
Do they
far
have
from
good
Mexico.
Mexican food in Canada?
Oh yeah. Well, when you say Canada, it's too broad, right? Like Toronto is the most cosmopolitan city in the whole fucking planet, right?
Hmm.
So we have a little bit of everything here. So.
That's awesome.
Sounds fun.
I know. We're coming. We're coming.
It's
to your
even
What is
fun.
it? Margie and
Parts
me are
festival.
coming.
Kay and I, we're gonna do a little traveling. We decided, right? Kay?
Toronto.
We're gonna go
yes.
to the LA. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Buzz.
Where Jim Carrey comes from, I was gonna say. Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Hey, come to Toronto. I'll give you guys a tour. I'll show you guys around. It'd take you guys 3 days to give you a tour of the warehouse alone.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Warehouse.
That would be
wow.
cool.
Right? We would end up with a lot of perfume. A lot of perfume.
Hey, Anuj, you don't deal with vintage Guerlain, right? Or you do?
I only deal with vintage girl. I don't.
No,
I
you're-
don't-
oh no, but
I don't
guess
do
mean
any.
Guerlain.
I don't have anything to do with modern Guerlain stuff.
Okay, for some reason I didn't think. I was thinking like the houses that were mostly had been independent, like Guerlain and Chanel. That for some reason I thought you didn't. Do you deal in Chanel too?
Yeah.
Okay. What am I thinking of? That Hermes?
I don't know.
Sorry, I just feel like I've heard it come up a couple times when people, and then there's something that your eyes like, yeah,
Well,
that's not.
the only thing that it's kind of weird and odd in the Canadian market that we never had a grasp on was Estee Lauder for the longest time.
Interesting.
Right, the Estee Lauder market was never entrenched. There was never an official distributor in the 80s going up into the 90s. So these classic, apart from OG Aramis, the stuff like Tuscany, Aramis Devon, New West, these fragrances were never officially launched in Canada. So anything we've ever had in those brands, apart from the regular Aramis, was stuff we had to source from outside Canada. It's just one of these. A lot of times people have the misconception that just because, America coughs and we get a cold, right? Just because we're beside the US.
Yeah.
But our market is such a shit. When it comes to the beauty market, ours is such a shit, tiny little market. It's like disgustingly small. It's
Same as here.
bad. But it's just because we're next to the US. So we have access to all this. So the Canadian market becomes more glorified than it actually is.
Are you getting most of your perfume from the US?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Traditionally with like a 35 million population, how many brands can you launch? It's not like we have new people growing out of the ground. It's not like you have gremlins running around and you sprinkle water on Gizmo and then 60 new people grow up. out of the ground, and then you have new consumers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a market for that.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
here in Oslo, we didn't have such a good. But now, the best perfumery, how should I put it, the store, a new owner took over and he really invested in it. So now it looks like something, some tourists would like to visit, Put it that way. It has a lot of different brands like Amouage, and I mean,
Yes.
Creed also recently they got Creed as well. They didn't have it before. So
Yeah.
uh,
So Anush, like, what is trending right now? Or like, how do you decide on what to buy? Like,
I'm very, very selective on what I buy. I don't go for anything new, modern, or whatever. None of
Yeah.
that kind of crap, because it's just too much. There's just
Yeah.
new flankers dropping out of someone's armpit or asshole
Yes.
every day. Like 20 years ago, I would talk. Okay, this is how absurd it is. Take this into consideration. 20 years ago, we would take a brand like Giorgio Armani and say Giorgio Armani has flankers within their brands. Today, we don't say the brand Giorgio Armani. We say the individual fragrance. Acqua di Gio has flankers. Armani
Yeah.
Code has flankers. Acqua di Gioia has flankers. And the same thing we extrapolate to Ralph Lauren and all their again, same thing with Escada. 20 years ago, we would say Escada, the brand, has flankers. Hugo
Yeah.
Boss, the brand, has flankers. But today we name individual fragrances. Polo Blue has like 7 or 8 flankers on the market today. And that's one specific fragrance by Ralph Lauren.
It's
So,
out of
like,
control.
if you think of that, and then you just take
yeah,
that
that's-
within each brand, and
Yeah.
then with all these designer brands, it's like, how many can you carry, right? So I made a conscious decision 15 years ago that this isn't not for me. It's too much overhead. There's only so much shit you can carry. So
Yeah.
I'm very selective at what I buy. We really don't buy. If I see something, fragrances for me in terms of vintage, like the stock market, buy low, sell high. When I see something and I think something is going to go kaput and tits up, I'll pounce on it.
Yeah.
And
What about Chanel Cristal? I heard that was going bye-bye.
I personally think it's going to, right? Because basically when you have these brands like Chanel, what happens is, so what we call a specific product within a line is called a SKU, like a SKU number, right?
Yes.
So if it's like a 50 ml eau de perfume spray is a SKU, 100 ml eau de perfume spray is a different SKU. And then you have body products. When you see a specific fragrance and they start chopping the SKUs that are available, and they get
Yes.
streamlined, that's going the way of the dodo bird at some point, right? Cristal, number 19, Antaeus, Pour Monsieur, these were fragrances that had a full range. You had 2 sizes in a spray. You had an aftershave. You had an aftershave balm. You had a shower gel. You had a deodorant stick. And if you go into number 19 in Cristal, you had eau de toilette and eau de perfume. You had refillable sprays, classic non-refillable sprays. You had body lotion, shower gel, body cream, soap, dusting powder. And as they get chopped and chopped and chopped and chopped, and then you get down to just like 2 or 3 on the order form that you see,
Yep.
you know that's
That's
eventually it may not get discontinued, but the way these modern designers go, like Chanel, they become les exclusifs down the line,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that Cristal I heard is going away.
So
eventually
it's going to eventually. So
Yeah.
Have you tried Liz Claiborne Spark?
yeah, Spark has been around for a long time. It was a big flop.
I know that because it's a cinnamon fragrance. It's spicy, right?
Big flop. Liz Claiborne is, again, another one of these designers that just fell by the way because it just started launching fragrance after fragrance after fragrance. Way too many.
I'm actually
Too many that,
I'm
and without
super
any one of
curious.
them like being standout amazing, right? And then that's just going to be, so it just blends in. They all
It
just
is,
blend
because you know what happens a lot of time is that you get people who become fans of a specific brand. Like the original OG Liz Claiborne for women. You remember Kay? You remember that in the triangle bottle?
Oh yeah.
Right. So that was a big hit. And then Realities by Liz Claiborne was a big hit. Okay. So then people get engulfed into that and they become Liz Claiborne fans. But then you launch a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth fragrance. And then if that person is a Liz Claiborne fan, all you're doing is you're diluting your own customer base. You're bastardizing your brand.
Yeah, it's true.
That same customer. It's not new customers that are coming out of left and right to buy your brands. It's the same customer that was buying those first
exactly
that are now buying and they're not buying the old one anymore, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know why common sense.
It becomes confusing.
And then I just thought of that.
Yeah, Mambo. Yep.
That's
good.
a really good mango.
I just remember that I have one more actually, which qualifies as a spicy. This is a woody spicy fragrance, Wanted by Night by Azaro.
Wanted by Night.
Yes.
It looks spicy.
That's a nice
Another one I don't know.
It's a cinnamon, mandarin orange. Well, it's got incense, red cedar, tobacco, vanilla, leather, benzoin, iso-e, super cypress, and patchouli.
Yum. That's good.
Yes, so it was created by Quentin Bish, who was also the guy who created Kenzo Home Intense, which I really enjoyed.
There you go, Mr.
And
King.
Ganymede.
Ruffy!
And my new favorite
Ganymede's your favorite.
Etat Libre d'Orange, Marquis de Sade, Attack of the Sun.
Ooh.
Yes. I've become a Quentin Bish fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
He also did the Abercrombie. He did the original Abercrombie and no, that's I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Christopher Lodmiller now on forget that. Forget what I just said.
Oh, that guy likes my stories.
Oh,
He
Rocky?
does.
Christoph
I always
Ludma?
freak out every time.
Rocky's
I
awesome. Come on,
like
Rocky. Rocky's fun. Oh, I thought Lewis is back. He's gonna drop some more knowledge.
Rafi, we love you very much. Hello, Rafi.
Love you too, Lewis. You're very
Oh,
happy.
Rafi's in the house. We have an Australian.
Good day, mate.
Hey, Lewis, doesn't Christopher Lodmiller like my stories?
Yeah, man. He wants to be in the community. He's not above that shit, so he's a good man.
He's awesome.
Christoph.
He's a great perfumer.
Yeah.
I love you,
no,
Rafi.
if anybody saw me last week on stream, I was raving about Everlasting. Everlasting is my new jam. I can't get enough of it. The Zoo, Christoph Lodmiller from The Zoo, Everlasting. It is freaking amazing. I just picked up a bottle last week and I've been wearing it nearly every day since.
Labdanum, right? Labdanum.
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 So,
Labdanum.
when I first, like I know, like you can't do this officially, and without like I'm just asking for like ballparky, like loosey goosey. I just happened today to win an auction I didn't think I was going to win because I was like, oh, somebody's like, off chance nobody else bids, I'll just put in a minimum bid here. Nobody else freaking bid, and then I just won this bizarre auction I didn't expect to win. For $25 plus shipping, I just got 3 bottles of Shalimar and a bottle of Shalimar lotion. One of the Shalimar EDT, I looked up batch code. It looks like it's $19.95. And all of these are like only a few sprays. Like they're mostly full.
Wow.
They're all full except for.
It looks too good to be true. But I think what happened was they didn't set a minimum. Like they didn't set a starting bid.
$25.
We'll see if they ship it.
If you don't mind my asking, on what platform was this?
eBay.
If you've already
paid for it, they cannot backtrack without getting a bad review.
Yeah.
If you've already
It doesn't
paid
matter.
for it,
eBay has great buyer protection.
then
eBay
I've
has
already
great
paid
buyer
it.
protection.
The seller has 100%.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
So 150 ml bottle of Shalimar, $19.95, I think. And then the other two, one is a 50 ml that I think is 2003-ish, so 20-year vintage. And
Beautiful.
the other is a 15 ml small one that also looks early 2000s, maybe 2003, and then a bottle of
Wow.
shower lotion, which I don't know, 90s. Like, what do you
That's
think
Wow.
that is
awesome.
worth more or less?
Well, what you should do is when you get the 3 bottles of the juice of the Shalimar, spray all 3, whichever one you like, keep it. The other 2, sell them, make
Yeah.
a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I scored. That was a crazy score.
You,
for 25
yeah,
bucks.
of course you scored. Big time you scored.
Yeah,
The
man,
lotion
that-
alone for
yeah.
25 bucks is a score.
That person was someone who just wore Shalimar back in the day, and they would either get given a gift of it or bought it a few times, but never wore it, and they don't know what they have, man. So yeah,
100%, exactly what Lewis just said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's just someone that doesn't give a shit. They just wanted to get rid of that stuff.
I don't understand how no one else bid on it. That's what's so bizarre. Like, I found it when there was 20 hours left. Yesterday it said 20 hours. I was like, I'll just put in a minimum bid.
Was it from
25
someone
bucks.
within the U.S. or is it from overseas?
U.S.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Florida. Somewhere in
Well,
Florida.
we'll see when you get it. We'll see.
Yeah,
when you
well,
get
yeah,
it.
exactly. That's a good
Right?
point too.
I never believe it until I get it in my hands, and I'm like, "What
Yeah.
am I doing with here?"
Mm.
But no, I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this Swedish site. It's super cheap. I got Drakkar Noir for like nothing. I mean, 100 ml. It was like maybe $20 all together. You know.
OG
Yeah.
Drakkar or the modern?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I didn't.
man.
What
Lewis.
OG 80s Drakkar? That's not terribly expensive, is it? I should probably have one.
No,
Yeah.
actually, Drakkar Noir is one of those weird vintage fragrances that is not absurdly priced. You know,
Yeah.
the one with the taller bottle?
Yeah.
If you remember, instead of like the smaller kind of squat rectangular bottle like this, the 80s bottle was more of a thin, taller bottle, the Drakkar Noir.
Oh,
I had, boy, I went through a bottle of that in like a year back in 1985 or so. And that's what I want. So I should probably someday have a mid 80s Drakkar.
Yeah, I think if you look for one of those OG bottles, it's not something that's you're going to break the bank. You can find it for
Oh, gee.
reasonable.
Hey guys, let me tell you a quick story about Drakkar Noir, right? So back in 2000, 2001, something like that. Some dude, he was in like Japan or something. He broke into a family's home and he killed them all, right? And he got away and he was never found. But they did forensics on the crime scene and they found that Drakkar Noir was on a handkerchief in his bag.
I heard of this story.
It's the Mitsu. I can't remember how you say it, but basically in Japan, and they have never found the man. And I bought it after hearing that story, and every time I smell it, I feel like I smell like a killer. And that's the
I
association
heard this
I have
story.
with
I've
it.
heard this.
Yeah.
I've never heard that story. That's
Crazy.
cool.
Well, it's a rather old-fashioned scent, that's for sure. I mean, it reminds me of my dad. I think everybody feels like that.
That means Drakkar is a killer fragrance.
Well, it's so weird because it reminds people of their dads or uncles. But I am in the age of that dad or uncle because it's what I wore in 1985.
Wow.
1985. Wow.
Who goes out to kill people and thinks, "Oh, I've got to smell good whilst I do it"? I mean, it's the most bizarre concept in the world.
Exactly.
You know what,
No.
Lewis? I think if we probably went down that rabbit hole, we'd probably be surprised. If
The
we
thing
did
is,
a
if
top
you're
10
gonna commit
fragrances worn by serial killers,
That's that's like so.
yeah, that's deep, dark, and disgusting. But I bet you it's a thing.
If you're going to commit a crime,
You come
you
up
do
on a
not
crime
spray a
scene?
perfume on yourself at all because you don't want
They're like
somebody to be like, that smells like the guy who committed the crime.
so weird.
Fucking
Apparently Drakkar.
Columbo in his fucking long trench coat.
The thing is, the guy left his clothes behind at the scene, and they were like skater dude clothing. And apparently, Drakkar Noir was popular with skaters in the early 2000s, and I'm not sure why, but that's what they said. That skateboarders used to wear Drakkar Noir in the early 2000s.
Interesting. And in Japan.
Yeah, so it wouldn't narrow it down for him. It would just mean that he's one of many who wears skater dude clothing and wears Drakkar Noir.
Right.
Interesting.
So it's also like we every now and then we talk about like what is a James Bond fragrance? What would James Bond wear? The thing is, if you're a super spy, you're probably not going to wear anything because you don't want that smell to be recognizable. So
that's true.
same.
You want to fly
You
in?
might be a suave motherfucker, but you don't want somebody to be like, I smelled him the other day. That's the same guy.
Yes.
Or he wants to wear something mainstream so he kind of blends in.
Yeah.
Smell like you don't know, like, oh, he's wearing fucking Cool Water.
Yes.
Yeah. Something
Completely
that's like,
inconspicuous. Yeah.
yeah.
Funny.
Something
I
very
mean,
light.
if it's these days, like the modern blend-in would be, oh, he's wearing Baccarat Rouge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we know now the villain in Bond movies is wearing Dracar Noir. So
I actually talked someone out of getting Baccarat Rouge the other day at the perfume counter.
Good for
Aw.
you.
I'm proud of you.
Some guy. He was like probably like mid-20s, something like that. And I think he saw me being a total freak, sniffing everything. And he's like, so he kind of hung around and then we started talking and I'm like, what are you thinking about? And he told me Baccarat Rouge. And I can't remember what the other one was, but it was some like mainstream thing, right? And I'm like, don't get Baccarat Rouge. Just no.
did you get cut eye from the person working behind the counter?
What's that?
Did you get cut eye from the person working behind the counter?
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
hey, thanks a lot, lady.
Totally. They see me in there and they're like, nobody, like, they just leave me alone. They're like, okay, she's doing her thing. We don't know.
Well, Rafi was surprised. He was like, 1985. Wow, I was 2 years old. Yeah, Rafi, in 1985, I was 18 and 19. So,
I was 7.
see,
And
I
8
am
at the
like
end.
everybody's dad. I think.
Well, except for me.
Like Al Pacino, remind me when he says that movie. Whenever they need me,
Wow.
I'm your daddy. I'm everybody's daddy.
And Rouge, what do we need to get right now? What do you think about that Ralph Lauren woman? Do you think
You
it's
don't
worth
need
it?
to get anything.
I know. Come
You
on.
Wait. Which one? by Ralph
already
Lauren
have
you're
too
talking about?
much.
That
Classic
Ralph
Lauren?
Lauren woman. Do you think it's worth it? I've never smelled it.
Do you have any fat
Favorite,
pieces
but-
cereal?
What?
Giant fat pieces. Show us a giant fat piece.
Oh, I don't have
He
one right
always
now.
has a giant
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah, he does. He's the king of fat teas, and I've been saying it for 5
always
minutes,
pulls one out.
wondering why nobody was answering me. Well, I guess I was muted, and I'm very sorry.
Magic man.
I'm back in the wife's office today, right? So I got nothing.
I can tell.
Well, got-
Margie, do you see Rafi trying to suck up to you by saying
What do
you
you
are
say?
also too?
No, what do I have?
He's saying that
Well, I
you-
do have this.
Thank
Safari for Men by Ralph Lauren. There you go.
Oh man.
Whoa, that's huge.
It's almost as big
That is
as
a
you.
cool bottle. I love that bottle. I have the
Mm.
Safari Woman. It's just as beautiful. It's round.
It is.
You
Yeah.
should do photo shoots with those.
Look, the best is the cap
I
design on
Wow.
I love
it.
the
The wood grain.
Detail.
That's
gorgeous.
amazing. That's old school.
I have the woman's vintage
Amazing.
woman's Safari Cosmere because
Yep.
somebody said, "Oh, that's the one you want." So I grabbed it on eBay and I got a good price for it, and it's freaking good. It's just it's a real dry green, like woody fragrance.
But the
Safari.
cool part about that is if you see the bottle of the Safari for Women, the design aesthetically is designed to be similar to the men's. Like they're both. That's what we call a master brand back in the day when you had a same name fragrance for a men and a female is launched together with the
Yeah.
same name. Eternity, Obsession, Safari.
Yep.
It's the same name, right?
Yes.
But they were both designed
One for
to
men.
kind of look together, to be fit together like a pair when you put them side by side.
Yes.
So if you
That's
look
what
at the
Amawash.
bottles,
Amawash does that.
good
now.
for them. So
Yeah.
Safari,
You're a journeyman, journeywoman. Yeah.
no, but all their bottles are streamlined anyways.
Yeah. But I like that.
Right?
Like
I'm
here's
talking
the-
about not just the name, but the packaging, the bottle, everything together. You take
Oh, yeah.
Classic Obsession for men and Classic Obsession for women, you put them side by side, and you see the similarities in the way they're designed, a male and a female type bottle with the packaging and the presentation. The packaging is the same, that cream colored box, but different size. It's one is tall, one is squat. The eternity for men, eternity for women, safari for men, safari for women, and so on and so forth. That kind of thing, right? So
Yeah, I love it. I should go
Hey,
grab my
Anuj, do you sell factices?
I try not to, only locally, because that's something that's many times over the years I've tried to ship them, even just like out of province within Canada, and it's blown up in my face because these things are so dainty and they're so expensive, and it's just not worth it, right? So I do a lot
I've
of.
seen
I have
them in
local
antique
collectors.
stores locally. I saw Eternity Men, the giant fat tease of it, locally, but I'm like, I hate that fragrance. I don't want it.
Because
No, but that has nothing to do with it, right? Though.
Hey, you know what I want Margie to have for her new perfume room?
What?
Margie will soon be unveiling. It will soon be finished. It's getting there. But I want her to have a big factice of something really cool in there. Would that be cool?
I could see her with a green fragrance that speaks to her, but it would have to be vintage, probably. Margie, what's your favorite?
Margie, we're talking about you. I want you to have
that
a
would
big
be a
factice
perfect.
in
There
your
you go. See the safari woman. You see how similar it is to the men's.
It's gorgeous. This is probably the
Look at
prettiest bottle I
See?
have.
Look at the similarities to it, right? So you see how that's a pair.
I know,
Right?
I love it. It's so
Master
pretty.
brand. That's called a master brand right there.
It's so
Awesome.
good too.
Awesome.
God, this thing's amazing. I can't believe I don't wear it. This is so good.
When I was there, I was like, wow.
Sorry. Shout out to Eugene. Love you, Eugene.
Yeah. Where's Eugene? The hell? Hi, Caboose.
Caboose.
Eugene.
Caboose.
I don't know if he follows me. I'm not that big into his realm yet, but I've started going on his streams and saying hi.
I love this perfume so much. You know what? Look at this is where it's at. Like this is when perfume bottles.
The texture of the glass, though, like both of those bottles, they just feel so beautiful in your hand.
I know. Everything's
Just
so
even the caps. Even the caps. They're plastic, but they're wonderful.
Like, look at this. Look at this. Nothing beats a vintage product. Like nowadays,
so
you're not
true.
going to find something that is like this. It is vintage. This is in mint condition, mind you. Look at this. Her clothes
Look
are
at
all
that doll. That doll. I agree.
I think I might be vintage.
Oh, yeah. He's the only antique on our stream.
Yeah, there's something special about vintage. You just can't. You just can't deny that. I agree.
There's so much better quality, and it feels good to restore something as well. I don't know if that pertains to fragrance, but restoring vintage items just gives you a special feeling.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? It's a good point, but you can't actually restore vintage fragrances other than just maybe cleaning off a bottle or something, right? The way you can, like a vintage antique empty bottle, or some vintage, like some physical object, you can touch them up. You can't really do that with a fragrance.
Yeah.
But you can be one to find it for a really good score. Now that's something.
Yeah,
if you
that's
can find
fun.
vintage
You
right
can.
now,
It's a slippery slope for every person that bitches and moans and whines and complains about how they got ripped off and they paid. There's an same number of people that are patient and they find a good deal, right? So there's no,
I just scored a random deal, like
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good to rush it. No way, no good.
Yeah. Being patient is important. That's what we all struggle with, probably, because we want something and we want it now. So it's just
it's like I gotta have them all. I gotta have it all.
That's with any.
You know what?
collectibles,
I
though,
don't
right?
do
Talk
that.
about
I wish
records,
that-
comic books, sports cards, sneakers.
Yeah, exactly. Clothes.
You know what I'm gonna try to do more this year? Honestly, I just don't get out and do a lot of things, unfortunately. But
Me too.
It seems like I hear stories about people like going into like vintage stores, antique shops, just old thrift stores, and like finding some random and like finding some score there. I think it's time to start looking around in these shops. I've never done that.
should.
Yep.
Do it. You will be so excited. You'll find things for like $4. Like I found a vintage Dune for $4. The bottle was about a halfway full, but still for $4, and it was a 1.7 ounce bottle. So I'm like, yeah,
That's great. I would totally
Wow.
pick that.
I did.
Yeah,
I
for $4, even if it had gone off, who gives a shit?
No.
$4.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's like even just have the bottle just display, and then you got a little bit of liquid in there.
Yeah.
You know what
Like
the key
fun.
is, Mr. Clean? If you're going to go out and go into like antique places or stores like this, if you come across as you know what you're talking about, it's not a good thing. If you walk
Right.
in like you're a dummy, it's better for you, right?
Yeah.
Because then you want the retailer to think they're fleecing you rather than the other way around.
Right.
If they get a whiff that this guy knows what he's talking about, is when they start trying to hold the cards to the chest and they get paranoid, like, oh my God, he knows this is expensive. So while he's not looking, let me take the price sticker off and like
Yeah.
tell him that it's not $2, $40. No, seriously, it happens, man.
You gotta
Totally.
just say
I'm sure. Yeah. I
Yeah.
totally get it. And though I don't have any like right super close to me, there's like in Chicago, like there are so many places I could go to. I just haven't been. So I should just take a weekend day and just start hitting them and see what I bump into.
totally. Those stores
I
are fun to go
would
in.
find really
Cool stuff. Especially since you're in like a big city area, they're gonna have all the really neat shops to get the tourists.
It's just a matter of if you're in a position in your whatever that specific point in your life where you have that much time.
I know,
Right.
right? It's all about
Oh, and if any
Time
of
to
you
run around, right? Time is money, right? I mean, like, you know,
Time is
time is,
everything
you can't put a
now.
price tag on your time to like drive 40 minutes somewhere and
I
waste an
know.
hour to do this and then go somewhere else and do this. If you have the time to do it, that's fantastic. But if you're, you know, if you got a lot going on in your schedule and your life, then no, then it's not such a good thing.
And the
Yeah,
gas
you,
prices.
you use the internet more, of course.
That's what I do. I buy everything online. I rarely go out of the house.
I started going to only antique stores and thrift stores. I don't go. I'll be honest with you guys, since this is my channel. I don't even go to the gas station. I have someone else fill my car for me because men scare me, and I don't like men at gas stations.
I think that happened to a lot of people during COVID. We got kind of weirded out. Like, well, I'm speaking to myself. Like, I kind of get. I'm always
I'm like, don't look at me. Don't hit on me. Don't. No thanks.
happen. I'm just scared someone's gonna kill me. I'm just kidding.
Don't drop me and hit
Okay.
me.
We were talking about going vintage hunting to now to like death. Right? That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Margie, if you
Great
smell somebody
segue.
wearing Drakkar coming close, run.
Seriously,
Yeah.
run.
They're gonna get you. Oh my gosh! In my town, this is really off topic, but kind of sad. Somebody jumped in front of a train yesterday.
No.
And my children's father works for the railroad. He didn't know about it till this morning, but yeah, thank goodness it wasn't him.
Not
That's so sad.
Yeah, it happens. You know, I remember once long ago I was going to the movies and it was really snowing, terrible weather, you know, winter, and I went to the train station because I don't have a car, you know. So the train just wasn't coming, you know. And in the end, I went home, you know. And what I hear actually tomorrow is that why? Because at the station, right, the one before mine, somebody had fallen down and been, you know, run over by a train.
God.
And I had no idea, of course, that what was going
Yeah.
on.
It happens in Chicago a lot. Trains are shut because we have elevated trains in Chicago. If anybody's ever been here, you've seen them. You know about if you've seen movies in Chicago, you've seen the Chicago L. It's called.
Yep.
I mean, all the time, like almost weekly, like a train is shut down for a while, and then you end up hearing somebody fell on a track or.
Oh my
Yeah, we got the same shit here in Toronto every day. Either someone jumping in, we got a lot of suicides, and a lot of people get psychos pushing people into the train tracks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah.
And maybe sometimes it's because there are so many people, so they start to, push and, rush forward to get in.
Oh, I've
It's
seen
so
in like
hopeless.
other countries, like I noticed in like India, I saw a video where they were very closely packed after
Oh,
rush hour to get to their house after like during the rush hour, and I'm like, how do you even manage that? Some of
It's
them are
not like in Japan where they have the plexiglass borders that protect, and you can't get onto the tracks, right?
Yeah.
And the trains stop automatically at the doors that open up, so people
Yeah.
can't fall into the tracks. Which
That's a
mind
great-
boggles me why we haven't had this shit here. But anyway,
I know, right? I need to move to Japan. It's safer.
Anuj, is Toronto similar to Chicago that way, elevated and then going into subways? And
we don't have a lot of elevated. We have a subway system, but it's not big enough. It's never. They designed it in such a way that they only encompassed most of the downtown corridor and never went sparse down into the suburbs like they should have. And now they're trying to. 30 years too late.
Really?
Yeah.
Toronto
Wow.
seems like a fun place to visit.
Yeah.
We're coming there, Anuj.
Yeah.
We're all
Come.
coming to your shop.
Welcome.
Can you imagine? That would be so cool.
What about Montreal? No. Is it like an insult to talk about Montreal in front of you?
To talk about what?
Montreal.
Oh, Montreal.
No, not really. I don't.
I've been to Montreal many years ago, but I really liked Montreal.
Montreal's great. Just to visit though.
Yeah, I
know
also
what I really
imagine the
liked
food
about-
should be. Yeah.
You know what I really liked about going to Montreal? So I was in New
Yes.
York. I was spending a month in New York, and then I was upstate New York, and we were like, hey, let's take a weekend in Montreal. We did the 2.5 hour drive or something from way upstate New York. It is you think, oh, we're just going to Canada. Canada's like a goofy United States. But you get to Montreal and it actually feels like you're in a foreign country because suddenly all the signs are in French, and then like you go walk into a restaurant and they go bonjour.
Montreal is still cosmopolitan because there's a lot of Anglophones in Montreal. But if you go into Quebec City, old Quebec City,
I've been to Quebec.
You feel like you're in old
France.
Europe.
Yes.
You feel like you're in Europe. You feel like you're in
there.
17th century Europe.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis wants to say something.
What do you want to say, Louis?
No, man, I'm letting you guys. I'm just sort of here, but you guys like. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you talk
Because
about,
I want to see your beautiful face, Louis.
No, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that right now.
Yeah, we do.
I doubt you ever look bad, Louis.
Exactly. The hell are you
You're
talking?
a young, handsome man. Let's see that face.
Y'all are beautiful, man. I'm listening to y'all.
Just for 5 seconds. Come on.
Kai has asked me what year I was in Montreal. It was a long time ago. Like it was probably 1988.
Oh, that's a good year to be in Montreal.
Yeah, like the. Oh no, that wasn't. Well, the Olympics were that year in Calgary. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. And before that, in Sarajevo, where I come from. Yeah.
Louis is in bed. Louis. I picture Louis in his
That robe?
Yes, he's in his robe.
Caboose, you're a fellow Brit, man. I love you, and I just wish you the best. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Caboose.
Love you very much.
The juice.
Louis, you're so loving right now. I love it.
He was always, wasn't he always?
Yeah,
Caboose commented on one of my videos once, and I invited him to come with me to Harrods. But man, that dude's so far away. It doesn't matter that he's in England; he's still far away. But I love him.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
We
All right.
hear you now.
Yeah.
Kay's channel.
Okay, I was worried.
We can really hear you, Kay.
I love that mic. That is so
Daddy.
Can I just let everyone know that, like in England, it's like me and Rich Mitch can be further apart, for example. So although me and Caboose are both both in England, it doesn't mean much, to be honest, that we can't hang out just whenever we want.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
kind of
No, I totally get that. But like even in Chicago,
yeah.
just in the city, like you're talking about a country.
Mhm.
I know.
I can be in Chicago and somebody else can be in Chicago that literally we're in the same city, but it's
Still
an hour
far.
and a half. It's an hour and a half to get to
Yeah,
them.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same like Toronto, right?
How far
It
is
is.
Rich Mitch from you, Lewis?
Bro, Rich Mitch is a northern lad.
He's on the border of Scotland.
Yeah.
He is bordering
He's
another
literally
country, bro.
45 minutes from Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh.
For being Scottish.
To be honest,
You
I
know,
didn't know.
Hey,
Like,
it's 37% Scottish.
Who?
What?
You?
No,
You.
I don't know. I used to do ballet. I just noticed something. I was doing a ballet that
It's so funny. Your body knows movements from like 10 years ago. I was the lead in a ballet called Don Quixote, where you use a fan and then you're.
Kay's doing her ballet moves.
that's great, guys. Can I just tell you something about Dan? Dan, Mr. Smelly, 1977. Me and Dan are so freaking close together, man. It's like I said about me and Rich Mitch. I have to go to the other side of the freaking country. Me and Dan are so close. I had no idea. It's so close, and I just wanted to let you guys know we're both southern men, and we.
Me and
go up
Margie
north,
are super
yeah,
close, so I
like that,
totally
it's
get
like
it.
that. But I go up north, they call me a posh prick. I mean, it's just not fair.
Mm.
Where is Boos? Where is Boos in the
I don't
country?
know, he's like freaking Manchester or some shit.
I thought Caboose is in Oxford. Isn't he Oxfordshire?
Oxford, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't
Is that
know.
posh?
Where is that?
That's
you're
posh.
south, and
That's very posh. That's Oxford's one of the best universities in the country, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, he's freaking.
Caboose is as posh as it comes, man. That guy
he's
will
flossing.
will put all you motherfuckers in a mental pretzel.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure he
Ain't
will.
gonna lie.
Caboose is the man. Caboose is the man.
I like seeing him debate some of the members of this other group, this like mean other
Caboose
group.
will take down
He
anybody.
like put
in
them
an
all in their
argument.
place.
And he'll do it with his voice staying like this.
No, look,
He will
I said
not raise his
Manchester.
voice.
He's from Manchester, but he's in Manchester, but he grew up in Oxford. So
Well,
he's
there
in
you go,
Manchester
close enough,
for
whatever.
education. I'm
Take you
assuming he
down.
moved there or some shit.
Yeah. Caboose.
Yeah.
Is Manchester close to London?
Manchester is up north, and it's where, if you've heard of
That's-
the band Oasis, Don't Look It Back in Anger, Wonderwall, it's where they're from. They had that fucking Manchester accent, you know, they're from up north, like. So he's there, and he probably stands. I mean, his voice ain't like that. So
Lancashire.
Lancashire's further.
So interesting.
Yeah. You know,
I
I
like the different regional English accents. You know, certainly there's all the regional American accents that are typical. You think of Southern, but then if you're Southern, you break that down to like, is it Texas or is it like Arkansas?
Yeah.
or
It's the same
Kentucky?
shit. Every country has that shit, right?
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Like
Man,
for-
I go up north, they call me a posh prick. They say, like, we don't like strangers round here. And they fucking chase me out. You know what I mean? That's what it's like.
Yeah, they can be pretty nasty. I imagine.
I love it.
And Scouser, you know, I love that accent. It's so funny, man. I mean, I love impersonating how they talk. You fucking crap, mate. You know,
You know what? I just realized. I mean, we have so many Brits in Fragcom, but none of them are Londoners. There's no Londoners here around here, are there?
Oh wait, what about what's his name? Ouch 110. Is he in London?
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
I
he's
mean,
not
the thing about me is people
Thomas?
make
Ouch
fun of me.
110?
People make fun of my accent because I'm in Essex, which is pretty much as south as you can go. But both of my parents are from London, so I have a London accent. And people make fun of me. They call me posh. They make fun of me, man. It's not fun. I'm telling you, bro. It's horrible.
Isn't Ricky Gervais from Essex? I believe, isn't he?
I mean, Ricky Gervais is a beautiful and confused soul, and
Yeah.
is a legend in the comedy.
Who?
Ricky Gervais.
Oh yes.
Ricky
yes.
Gervais is hilarious. I like
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
You
He's also
saw
a
the
huge animal. He's also a huge animal lover proponent. Like, guy, and he's very anti. He's very anti-Bible.
I think we need a meetup in Southern California.
Yes, we need to do a
Yeah.
meetup for Mr. Smelly 1977.
Come
Blah blah
over
blah.
here.
Margie in
I've got
charge of
room.
the meetup.
I
And
die
I thought you
before
were
I
going to say
get
we need to
there.
meet up in Southern Calcutta. I was like, what the
I'll
fuck?
be in charge of the artistic
Totally, I would
public
totally do it.
relations, all
You
that.
know how
And I will
many
host.
you know how many hours it would take me to get there. I would like die. I would pass out on the
It'd be
plane.
worth it.
But it'd
I've
be
got
so
to be in
worth it.
California
If you
soon
could party
anyway.
with
So.
us, we'd get you so drunk. I'll pour tequila into your mouth and throw a lemon into your mouth or a lime so you can catch it.
I've
You
got to
would
be in
love it here.
California in the next few
Pour
months
salt
anyway,
in your
so
mouth.
I'm
gonna
down
do
for
it.
anything.
What's
Like
that, Louis?
I need to be in California in the next few months anyway, so I'm
Yes.
down for anything.
Well, I can't wait for
so
that.
just
Louis.
time it for when I'm there.
Okay. Let's do it. That's going to be fun. California's great. You love it.
Yeah.
California is great. Southern California, I used to live over there myself.
Yeah.
I've lived in Chicago for so long. I'm an honorary Chicagoan. I've lived here since the mid '90s. But before this, I lived in Southern California for several years. Love Southern California, but it is sprawling. Like it's a different beast. I love the geography of Southern California.
It's
I
gorgeous.
love that you can have desert, mountains, and
Yes.
ocean.
That's the
all-
best part.
Like within 30 minutes, you could be on a
Yeah.
mountain or in a desert or at the ocean, all just like boom, boom,
Yes,
boom, boom. It's all
sir.
right there.
Definitely.
Can I tell you what I noticed? Let me tell you what I noticed about Southern California, man. So, in the UK, we have very cold weather. We have very rainy weather. So when the rain hits the dirt near the grass on the sidewalks or whatever, it makes it darker and thicker. But when I saw the dirt on the sidewalks near the grass in Southern California, that shit's like dust. That shit's dry as fuck because of the
Yeah.
sun, man. It's like dusty dirt, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's very dry here, especially, I mean, because it's desert in a lot of
Yeah.
California.
It's actually where I live. I live even more south than Margie, an hour
Yes.
south from Margie. So, sweetheart here knows how to make enchiladas, burritos, and everything. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
Your weather
I
is
make
cold.
like
so when
Your weather is more balmy than cold. It's not really cold.
Yeah.
when I was in Southern California, so I lived and worked at an art school on top of a mountain. My backyard was national forest on top of the mountain, but you go down the mountain and there are like 3 sides to get off the mountain. And one of the sides, you came down over where Kay lives. So Kay, I've been through your town. I'm not saying your town.
Okay,
Not
thank you. I
that.
was like, I pretend like I'm from Palm Springs, so let's just keep
So no, I know your area. I've been through there many times.
Palm Springs is
Like
gorgeous.
half the time I came off the mountain, I was passing through there, and where Kay is fairly deserty. You know, it's built up. There's stuff, but it's a very deserty climate. Whereas where Margie is, it starts to move closer to like what the San Diego climate is.
Yeah.
Where it's more lush. Like where Margie is, it's much more lush and less desert feeling.
Yeah, we can see that.
Actually, we're at a higher elevation here. I live near a mountain called Oak Glen.
Oh, yeah. Oakland.
Wait, I just gave up my little location.
You in Sacramento?
Oops.
Whoa.
But yeah, so there's lots of snow up there in the winter.
Can I answer a few questions from Catch My Whiff in the comments? He's asked a few
Yeah.
questions.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Claire is, I believe she's originally from London, but she actually lives in Kent and she lives very close to Dan. Peter's from Yorkshire, and George, I believe, is originally from Scotland, but he moved to Manchester. So if you watch his videos, his accent's slightly changed. And I think Chris is originally from Leeds, I believe. Soki sounds like she's from London, and Waft's from the Lotta from London, but a very posh place.
Yeah. So, Wasp from Laugh. I forgot about them. They are more London,
Yes.
aren't they? Yes.
Lofts from the
And
loft.
the way they speak is
Never heard of
more
them before.
proper.
Very proper.
So
I have a
Luke,
cousin
you
that
do
lives in
this-
Kent. He's a prick.
Yes, cool.
He's a prick.
I know.
Yes.
If you just substitute the E for a U, people in Kent show their true colors. I'm sorry, it's a bad joke.
You walk around the street, right, and you think,
Fun.
okay, this is where Dan's from. Okay, they're all going to look like Dan, sound like Dan. They don't, like, he's the only one in his area wearing suits. You go around the street, they're all wearing track suits and Air Jordans and shit. You know, they ain't looking like Dan. It's you know what I mean?
Okay,
Just
what's
saying.
up with the accent? And you do this sometimes, Lewis. What's up with the accent where you guys say like a V sound instead of TH?
Well, Elizabeth, are you going to call me out for my pronunciation of Elizabeth?
Elizabeth.
Okay. I
Yeah,
get
like-
enough of this from Kay. I'm sick of this. Okay.
Elizabeth.
No, but it's the thing. I hear it in movies and stuff, and like it's pretty common. But I notice you do it. Like
it's lazy pronunciation. So a lot of the time, like I say, my parents are from London, and in London, Cockneys, you know, they kind of lazy with their pronunciation. So instead of saying window, we say, "Oh, open the window." You know, it's lazy pronunciation.
because you also say bruv, right? Bruv, like
Bruv,
but
yeah,
where we would say
BRUV.
it's like
Yeah.
how we would say bro, right? But you guys
Yeah.
say bruv,
Yeah, pass
It's
it
like-
over, bruv. Yeah,
which is kind of like
shit.
brother. Like
Yeah.
you're using it like somebody might, hey brother, but it's like bruv,
Yeah.
yo bruv. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got a toothache.
Yeah.
Can I just
Sure.
say this is a really fun stream? It's all my
Oh
friends.
yeah, it's great. The best one so far.
It's so fun to have none of the creepy men talk about weird stuff in the comments.
Okay, you are 2 hours and 31 minutes into the stream.
Wait, was that your American? Do it again.
I can't do it on command. I'm
Let's
afraid.
hear
Do
it. Let's
that.
hear it. Good,
You do this.
good American.
You do this
Wait,
a
Lewis,
lot.
can you do a Canadian accent?
Canadian. I don't know. I knew 2 dudes from Winnipeg, Manitoba, man, but the accent never kicked in, so I could never get it.
So
We
I
need that.
grew up in Minnesota, and
Oh, so you're a hoser.
oh yeah,
You're an American hoser. You're a Canadian, basically.
oh heck yeah, yeah. Wait, so I still have family
Oh,
there
yeah.
who talk like this.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Fargo.
doing it now. Now, I did not talk exactly like this, but I did a little bit when I grew up. You know, we say, we'd go up north to the lake. You go up to the lake, we get in the boat,
Oh yeah.
and then you say,
Oh, yeah.
"Well, when are we going to go? When are we going to get in the boat? Oh, in about
yeah.
5 minutes."
Yeah, boop.
So-
boop. 10 minutes. Yeah.
Boat,
shoot.
like there's no difference between a boat that you go in the water with and the word ABUOT.
Yep.
They both are kind of pronounced like boat, a boat. Yeah, we're going to get in the lake in about 5 minutes.
That's how we do it. That's how we roll.
So now that's extreme, but there's a lot of people where I grew up and some of my family that still have that talk like that a little bit. Areas like when I was in high school, I spent a year living in Arizona, and then I moved back to Minnesota. And when I was in Arizona, like I never knew I had an accent of any kind. I thought we had a neutral accent. Well, I'm in Arizona, and I'm in the high school gym class, and we're some like hot Arizona day, and we're in a locker room, showering up after and like there was a towel, but I didn't call it a towel. I called it, well, I'm going to spell it right now. RAG. I was asking because I had to wipe something up, and I asked somebody. I said, toss me that rag. And they were like, the what? Toss you what? I said, the rag. What's a rag? I said, the towel. And they said, oh, you mean the rag. And at that moment, I was like, oh, I talk different. Well, I talk different from these. And that moment, I neutralized my accent. A rag became a rag. But,
That's
right?
awesome.
Anuj, do you say a rag?
Yeah, right.
Rag. And
Rag.
how do you pronounce like
Rag.
a brown paper
Bag.
bag?
Bag.
That's how we do it. We don't over enunciate here, man. We just go with the shortest from A to B that we can. A boot, toe, rag,
A boot.
bag.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you saw the movie Fargo,
Yep.
that takes
That's it.
place in Minnesota, actually. Even though it's called Fargo, North Dakota, because they take one trip in, the thing happens in Fargo, but the whole rest of the movie is all in Minnesota.
Great.
Mostly
Great
in Minneapolis. In Minneapolis, yeah. Oh, and just the way they talk in Fargo is an extreme version that actually some people do speak like that, but that's a Minnesotan accent, which is often confused with Canadian. And this is where I was getting on this, because when I moved to California, and whenever it would come out like that from my mouth, people would be like, are you from Canada? So, yeah.
Well, I had one of my high school geography teachers. He had a theory that he said North America should never have been divided up this way. It should have been divided up this way in columns, this way, vertically. Like everyone from BC, Washington State, Portland, California in one section down this way, the Midwest, the Northeast, because they all talk the same, they all act the same down this way. Not this way, this way.
Yes. But Southern
That makes sense.
people, though, Southern accents are interesting, right?
Yeah. Southern accent.
Yeah, and then there's so many versions of Southern accent again. You can have slow, long drawl, which I'm not even going to try
But
to
they are
do, right?
so I mean,
But then you've got
Wow.
more clip
what
like
about
Texas.
Gerard? Boston accent. Those are the best, right? Is that not like
Gerard has the most intense, obvious
I love his
American
accent.
accent of anybody in the American Fragcom streaming.
I agree.
Hey, he's got that Mark Wahlberg shit.
Yeah.
Hey, dog, how you doing? Say hi to your mother for me. You know?
You're gonna park the car. Over in Harvard Yard. Yeah. Park the car over there
I've
in
never
Harvard
been
Yard.
to Boston, but it sounds like it looks like a cool place.
Boston. And now let's talk about Aussie accent. I find it the most annoying of all these Anglophone accents. Aussies are say, hello, mate. That's pretty much
Rocky.
No, you know what I find myself.
I love Aussie accents.
Here's one of the awesome things about Fragcom live streaming is all the people from all over the world that we interact with. So we're hearing things frequently that we might not be here, like the way people speak from different regions that we wouldn't be hearing all the time if we weren't doing
I
this.
wonder how I
really
sound.
cool.
How do I sound?
You sound like a Californian, but
it's
not obvious.
Do I sound like a Californian?
Yes.
California.
You sound like baking cookies in a kitchen.
Yeah, I just wondered. I don't know if I sound like anything.
You sound very domestic. That's
Anush doesn't
You
sound
guys
familiar.
cannot tell me that I sound Californian because I ain't from here.
Are you saying Margie sounds like a housewife? What?
I sound like
I didn't say that. Boss said you sound like.
I wish I was a housewife.
Baking cookie. No, just kidding.
No, Margie would never
I
be
wanna be a
like a
housewife.
housewife.
It's
She can't
easier.
bake cookies.
Yeah.
So but here the thing I pick up
No,
from
you have-
Australians, there's a couple things that Australians say in certain ways.
Yeah.
And yes, here. So
Yeah.
H-E-R-E or H-E-A-R. Here.
I agree.
I find myself now,
Rafi,
whenever I
explain
say the
yourself.
word here, I'm thinking, oh, right here. Yeah.
Yes, the A they have. Very,
is my
But you know what? Their
Gucci
accent
boy.
sounds very positive and uplifting because of that little, like, don't you think? I love Aussie accents. I'm just saying.
Well, but now I wonder. So here's what I have a feeling: most of the Aussies we know are
Maybe.
probably also from a similar region, because there's got to be as many different Aussie accents as there are like American accents. So
There has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be.
right.
It has to be.
A lot
So,
of the
Rafi,
time, yeah.
Ruffy, you should jump on the damn stream and give us a rundown. of
We want to
Australian
hear
accents.
you. We want to hear
There
you.
are times where
speak.
Aussie accents get confused with British accents because
Yeah.
some of them are very. People say well-spoken or posh Aussie accents,
Yeah.
and they get confused as British accents.
I agree.
I actually saw a video once where a guy he was caught for doing something. He was an Australian guy, and they were making fun of him for being British, saying, "Oh, you bloody bollock muncher" and stuff. But he
I
was
think I used
Australian.
to confuse it more, but now I hear more Aussie speak, and I'm more familiar with it, I think.
Kay, drop the link again in case anybody wants to jump on. Like the
We're gonna check.
Unless,
Yes,
like,
sir.
it would be great to get an Australian on here too.
Yes.
So,
We need an Australian representative.
Cherie at the
Yeah.
top note has a
I
lovely
love her.
Australian accent.
I can only have 6 people at one time.
All right.
Oh,
Goodbye.
We gotta go.
Well, but nobody else was.
What the?
Hey, look.
Oh,
Damn.
No.
It
Hey,
took me a minute to
hello. I didn't mean. I didn't know that if anyone else had to leave for me to come on. I didn't want to do
No,
that.
it's okay.
They were
He'll be
just
back.
filling space.
Must be a weird feeling now. You're not leading the stream, but you're
What,
yes.
hello. Was Lewis leaving anyway?
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Lewis
he
has been
didn't
coming and
Yeah,
going.
he's been in and out all
Yeah,
night.
been in
he's been
Yeah, but I
in and
didn't-
on for fun.
Young
I
Lewis
didn't-
sacrificed himself for you.
I feel bad
He
now. I
wanted
feel
to
bad.
belong.
Hello.
He did that on
It's
purpose.
good.
Hi, Dan.
I'm here in
Oh,
a subordinate.
hell.
I'm in here in a subordinate role as a guest. So now I get to feel how it feels to be ignored by the panel, the host. So yeah.
We'll ignore
Um,
you for at least a couple minutes.
Dan, were you listening when we were talking about the different British accents, and now we're talking about the other, like, and how kind of posh you Southerners are for the rest of the Northerners?
In England, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different. Yeah, England's. Yeah, so I mean, there's like a Cockney accent, and then there's more a Queen's English, and mine is sort of a southeastern accent with a bit of. Occasionally, I go more into sort of Londonism, and then up north, it's kind of a different way of talking. Like it's a different kind of accent up north when they talk to people up there. It's very
you're
different.
right.
Isn't it?
Okay, so that's
very
what you-
different, isn't it? So
Yeah.
There are different accents, of course.
But
yeah,
do you ever substitute the V sound for the TH sound? Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth. You mean like F?
Like
you mean
a VF,
I've been
like a VF. Yeah.
You mean I've been thinking about things?
Yeah.
No, I don't do
Elizabeth
that.
again. Say it, Dan.
No. Who, me?
Yeah.
Elizabeth. I've been thinking about things, and I think Elizabeth is great.
I've been
thinking.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, mine's sort of halfway between a tiny bit posh, but if I forget, like I sometimes record voice messages from my friends and stuff, and they don't sound anything like my Mr. Smelly videos. I go a lot more Cockney, especially if I'm drunk or something.
Caine.
Yeah.
My name is Michael.
I want to hear you
Caine.
speak like that, Dan.
Michael Caine's really hard to do now. That's a very
Michael
specific one. Yeah.
Michael Caine. I can only do it when I say his name. Michael Caine.
I can't. No.
That's
Oh,
Who's Michael Caine?
yeah, he's.
Who's Michael Caine?
Who's Michael
Come on,
Caine?
Margie.
Are you serious?
Margie, you know, you just don't know. You know.
I actually don't know.
If
He's
you
Austin
saw
Powers'
his
dad.
picture, you would know.
Who?
Austin Powers' dad.
Oh my God! Why should I know that? I don't know
You know
that.
that old big old guy, big old English guy with kind of balding with blonde hair. Well, he talks very Cockney. I sound like a bloody idiot. So that stuff.
Is that a dog?
It's a dog.
What do you hold?
This is my
Shout
dog
out.
news.
Have you
No,
guys
I'm
tried
sorry. I
this?
don't know what is it.
French vanilla perfume Camille Beckham body
What are
powder.
you talking about? Are you talking to Kay or to me?
To you,
Beckham.
Margie. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
telling you.
okay. I'm
You
just
know
showing
that
this off.
is a dog.
Just because of the cone of silence, I couldn't tell.
Well, because she has to have it on all the time. 'cause
Okay,
she
well,
bites.
I well behaved, so I couldn't tell if that was like a shawl or a dog or.
That really looks weird.
Yeah,
Like an
She's a very
alien.
cuddly blind dog that can sense me from a mile away. Whenever I come to
It's
visit,
my,
she
it's
knows
my
I'm
old
there.
little blind dog.
And
Leave
then
her
she
be.
starts getting all excited and then rubs her butt up. She'll like come to me.
Can we get
Wait, are you
maybe-
talking about how Margie greeted you?
Oh yes, for sure. Margie
Oh.
scoots her butt up to me and gets all excited for sure. I bet everybody here would be very happy to hear that.
Oh my God.
Can we get then spicy fragrances? Maybe if he has
Yes.
any choices.
We would like some
Yeah.
spicy
Also,
fragrance.
Dan, did you just get
Yeah.
in? We don't have to talk about specifics. Did you just come in from being out, and did you wear that tie out? Are you dressed how you
I
were
wore
out?
no, I did go out socializing earlier on, and actually I got in like at a really reasonable. Well, I got in before 12 o'clock, so I got in at I didn't no. I actually wore this outfit but with no tie. It was fine.
You put a tie on for us.
I'm
For
putting
you,
her down an inch.
Okay, all right.
It's becoming less in to wear a tie. I have noticed. I mean, many people now don't wear that. Just wear the
Not many
suit.
people wear a tie out in the
Yeah.
pub and stuff. So I didn't. But my scent of the night, it's not spicy, but it was Roger the Dodger Scandal.
Ooh, that's
And,
good stuff.
It's a
took it
nice
in my
one.
I took it in my pocket actually, so I resprayed it. So yeah.
Wow, you carried that around with you?
Yeah, I don't mess around, Margie, because you can whack that if 50 mil size, you whack that in your side pocket and you're good to go.
No
aren't you?
way. You carried that.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wait, so did anybody ask? Is that a perfume bottle in your pocket,
That's
or
kind
are
of a
you
big
just
bottle
happy
to
to see
carry
it?
around, if you ask me.
I don't mess around.
I've never carried a perfume bottle in my pocket, ever.
As
Girl,
Michael
this is
Caine would
better.
yeah, it's a
This
full-time job for
camera
me, Margie. You can
But I'm
easily.
impressed, Dan. So, like, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I've carried that with me to reapply, and so yeah, no, it's been good. Yeah, I've been getting out a bit more lately, which I think has been it's been healthy for me. So I was out in Rochester High Street, Mr. Clean. I know Mr. Clean is not sure what a high street. He's like, what is this high street thing? So yeah, no, it's been fun, but yeah, it's. I was home before 12 o'clock, and as I'm a bit of a nocturnal lunatic,
Animal.
I'm still up. So here I am. It's actually really nice to be here as a guest and not the host. And
Now,
you
what
guys are
time
great.
do you average, like, for bed? What time about do you typically?
No, I don't really want to say, but
Or is that
yeah.
too personal? Okay, you don't have to answer.
4 in the morning.
Listen, let's just say roughly about this time would be a typical bedtime for me, which is 2 o'clock in the morning in the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I forgot you are 1 hour behind me.
Respectable time still, Dan.
Well, look at Boz is often up with us too, and look, it's later. It's after 3 in the morning for Boz.
I'm a vampire.
So what? Like, we should be asking Boz, like, what the hell are you doing always up so
It's the
late?
weekend.
What is your schedule?
I know.
No, I'm just my how to say daily rhythm got all effed up. Pretty soon after I stopped working and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, working ruins everything.
Yeah. But also before that, I was always I start work and then I stopped work after a while. Then I wait for another job, and it's always went up, up and down with that. But I'd never really, even when I was working, I could not get to bed before midnight actually.
Yeah, some people can stay up or prefer to stay up later.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Clean's like that. He stays up later, right?
I used to know, but no, I'm usually asleep by midnight these days. I used to last summer when Margie, when you and I both started streaming a lot with Dan, I commonly would have I would commonly have like an early night would be 2 a.m., but a normal night might be 3 or 4 a.m. for me. But now I'm usually asleep by midnight. So
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Hey Dan, I think you would like this.
What is it? Yeah.
It's a Chanel 31 Rue Cambon.
Oh, I really like the Chanel exclusives. There's so many
it's
good
like
ones.
Peppery. It's like peppery.
Yeah. So does this come into the spicy category, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's totally like black pepper. It's like bergamot and black pepper iris. I think you would like it.
I really like those the exclusives from Chanel. I think they're such classy fragrances, all of them. The only two I have is Boy and Chanel Eau de Cologne, which is a bit of a it's a bit of a humdrum concept, but I really like it. But
I mean, it smells good at Chanel, but yeah, it's a little. But I like Boy's very good.
I don't know that Chanel Eau de Cologne is that much better than Jimmy Choo Man Ice. They smell very similar.
Oh, really?
But they're very good citruses. But yeah, things like 31 Rue Cambon.
He smelled that with me at the Chanel counter. That Eau de Cologne. Chanel.
I really like that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the theme is spice, is it? The theme is spice.
Yeah. What do you have that's spicy?
Well, it's so in the States.
Spice
Dan,
up your life.
Today is Cinco de Mayo, which is a more of a Mexican American celebration than anything in a way, but it was meaningful. I think it's related to independence. But so anyway. So we thought peppery spicy.
Bring on mariachi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think that's a great idea.
You have to wear that tonight. You must wear it. It is actually Cinco de Mayo.
3 amigos.
Wear it.
It was very.
So can you tell us about this? Us who don't know much about this holiday, what's the background? Like, what happened on that day?
I don't remember. I think it's related to independence, but it might
means
be
margaritas, chips,
or
and
it might have been a bad
piñata, right? Also,
I'm too light. I don't really know.
No, that's for birthdays.
All right.
Cinco de Mayo is about margaritas, chips, and salsa.
Yeah, it was a victory. So
barbecue.
It's not independence.
Tequila, I guess.
It was to celebrate the victory over the Second French Empire at the Battle of Pueblo in 1862.
All right.
But what it turns out to be is an excuse for Americans to drink margaritas and do tequila shots
and chips and guac.
Yeah, guacamole.
I ate all my guacamole already.
They usually put on big boxing shows in Mexico. I know tomorrow is going to be, I don't know if you, Anuj, maybe you follow boxing. Canelo is fighting. You know who Canelo is?
Boxing in
oh my gosh, Kay.
30 years.
Doll has a very cute face.
I wish I did.
The only fighting Anuj follows is the
brush your
fighting
hair?
that happens with a hockey stick to a guy's head.
Yeah, or the fighting in Fragcom. Either or.
Oh my God, she's cute.
Yeah, there's a lot of that now these days. Plenty.
Like the dolly.
Yeah, there has been. I've only been super active, like on the streams now for getting close to a year. And I have to say, since the beginning, there's been a lot of drama and fighting. So I just think this is just what happens. This is probably just what happens with any community, right?
Yeah, anything involving human beings is going to end up being a cesspool of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Dan, should I get more of these from the dollar store tomorrow? For
Yes.
Okay, I'll do
It's
it.
Coronation Day. I can't wait.
I have one, but I need many more.
Dan, do you have a kingly crown for tomorrow?
If it arrives from Amazon in time, then I have a crown coming tomorrow. Yes.
I got voodoo dolls.
Ah, I like it.
This is
Yeah,
what
no,
I got.
it could be
It's
really
a
exciting.
sample.
Do you like
CK.
it, Buzz?
Yeah, it's all right. It's kind of greenish apple. It's got green apple stuff.
Eternity is crazy. The first time I smelled Eternity, it was different at the time. What is that like, Anuj? How would you describe Eternity?
It's okay.
But it was a thing, right? Because I remember it smelled.
It was a huge thing. It was a
anything
big
at the
deal
time.
back in the day, man.
This is the new version.
What is that?
Parfum.
What is
Eau de
that? Should we get?
Is that a flanker?
Yeah, it's the Eau de Parfum version.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've smelled that one.
Sorry.
I remember
Yeah.
that real blue one. Was it blue? What was it, Anuj? Is it a blue?
Oh, they have so many Eternity Aqua.
Like,
Eternity.
yeah. I don't know. It's just
Too many. We were just talking about this just an hour ago. Like, it's just.
I try this one. The white, what's it
No, it's
called?
like aquatic. Would you call it aquatic?
Eternity? No, not to me. Anyways.
What is it? I don't know how to. I don't know how to describe it. It's such an interesting fragrance at the time. I don't know.
There's the one in that white bottle, the CK, and I tried it the other day. It was so fruity, but at first I liked it, and then like, oh, this is hideous, man. It just turned so too green and stuff. I don't know. I didn't like it. The dry down at all.
CK.
I know what's the name. It's the white CK bottle.
Yeah.
What?
The
Crave?
white bottle. Huh?
Was it Crave?
Crave, maybe.
Crave by Calvin Klein in the plastic,
Yeah, like big white bottle. It was. I mean,
or is
white
it
bottle.
CK1?
Maybe it was CK1. I think.
Was it a citrus scent?
Yeah, it's like very fruity. Fruity scent.
It could be CK1.
Actually.
But again, CK1 is so many flankers now too. So like,
Yeah.
too many.
I wasn't, when those fragrances were coming out, I've mentioned this before on other streams. When those fragrances were coming out, I was not like attached to popular culture very well. And I still don't, to this day, I don't know what CK1 smells like.
I remember you talking about this.
I don't know what Eternity smells like.
I can remember the Eternity smell like really distinctly. I'm looking it up. Let's see. I'd like
There is a, I saw this on Ross's stream. There was a fragrance was called what was it? Heaven Supremacies in Heaven or something. I was like, what a bold name that is. Heavenly Supremacy. Yeah, it's something like that.
Eternity's 1990. And it's supposed to be an aromatic fougere.
Aromatic fougere,
Sure.
yeah. I like fougères usually. Yeah.
I like my aromatic fougères, but
it's just so weird,
Eternity,
like, so different. I don't know.
Nobody, that's.
You hate it?
How come?
Like,
How come
you
you never
hate it?
hear
What
people
else?
people in Fredcom don't talk about things like Eternity?
No,
Is
I
there
know,
a
but I'm just
reason?
wondering. Yeah, that's
Because-
not I know.
Because they're a dime a dozen now, right? When Eternity was launched at that time, there weren't many like that or like any other
Right.
fragrance because fragrances were launched far and few between back then, right? So fragrances were more unique. It's like you could talk
This
about,
was for
just
sure.
about anything, about music, sneakers, all it, like everything was
Yeah. The
not
Converse.
Yeah, that's
explosive as the
true.
years go by, right?
Yeah. It's true.
Like if back like 30 years ago, somebody in North America first started talking about Italian cuisine or Mexican cuisine, it was a big deal and it was niche and it was not as widespread. Now it's like
Yeah.
dime a dozen shit, right?
Yeah.
That shit
No,
is dime
like-
a dozen.
Like everybody's an expert, right?
Yeah. Like
Everybody goes, let's have some gelato, that kind of
now everybody knows about it. It's a main
Right?
it's mainstream now,
Like
right?
gelato is commonplace now.
It is. But 30 years ago in North America, it wasn't.
You know what it is? It's like everyone's so quick to copy each other, it seems.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem that way?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
when I was
The
sniffing the
world
other
is
day,
smaller, right? Technology makes it so that
Yeah.
everybody can share
they all
information.
smell the same. Like right now, all the new releases smell the same to me. They all
I
kind
know
of
for a fact, like, for instance, in Croatia, the Bosnian food was, before it was considered kind of primitive, but now it's so in. Today, it's very in to
Rudy.
like Bosnian food, Yeah, it's mainly the same food as in the rest of the Balkans, but
yeah.
like Turkish mostly, actually. But
Yeah, like how many different ingredients can you have? How many different music notes can you have? After a while, they all start tasting the same and
Yeah.
sounding the same. And how many fragrance notes can you have? They all start smelling the same.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
How
Like,
many
I
designs
remember
of t-shirts and
perfumes-
jeans can you have? They all start looking the same.
back then it was like perfumes really stood out. Like, whoa, that's something different. Well, and you know what I mean? And you know those perfumes, like Angel was different to
Yep.
me. Like when I smelled Angel, I'm like, what is that? So, and Eternity, I remember being that way. And I'm trying to remember what else was like very, you know what I mean? It caught your attention because it was different.
All sorts of stuff. Think about it. Like back then, advertising was physical form of advertising, magazine advertisements, or TV
People
commercials. Right? These are
Sure.
things that like people like today were like, what is that? Right? Because they just get an alert on their phone or these social media avant-garde shit like TikTok and all this crap where everything is just like overloaded in your face when something new and hype comes out, whatever, right?
yeah.
And everyone's telling you need that perfume. You need that perfume that smells like pistachio ice cream right now.
Nobody's caught off guard anymore. Everybody knows about everything now
Yeah.
at the same time.
No, it's true. Yeah, you never get surprised by anything because it's so marketed. You're like, oh, I already know what that's supposed to smell like. Yeah.
Like movies come out, and before you know it, within 3 days, even before it's available to rent, someone on Reddit has put the plot of the movie out online. So you read it and you already know the ending already.
Yeah.
It's not like back in the day where like you had to go to a movie theater or you had to wait to go to Blockbuster to rent it.
True.
And then you go to the counter and they're like, oh, there's 5 covers. Sorry, they've all been rented out. You got to come back next week.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it, today. It's now, before you had to go to the movies to see all the good stuff, but now there's so much that is available in your home, through Netflix.
How many people still read physical newspapers or get newspapers delivered to their house?
Yeah,
exactly.
I do, but I'm weird, so I mean, like,
I did used to, but I kind of canceled those because they were boring, getting boring. No,
I can't
that's
deal with the paper. It's annoying. I don't like
it's
the way
kind
Bob.
I don't like the way it smells, and it's no, I don't like the paper.
it makes your fingers dirty, right?
It makes your fingers dirty. I don't like the way it's just the whole experience. No.
Yeah.
Best use for newspaper.
like it.
I'm going to go back to the Brits. Ken Wilberforce. Don't you guys put fish and chips?
I knew he was going to say that.
We used to, yeah. Fish and chips used to be. I don't know. It used to be served in yesterday's newspapers in the UK. So yeah, that is English diet. That's about as good as English food gets. Yeah, the only English food that's any good. The English breakfast is good.
What is the English breakfast?
A full English.
Full English is good. Full English is good. Which
a full English has like 2 kinds of sausage plus isn't there like 3 meats on that? It's at least 2. It's at least 2, right?
Well, it can be a number
what
of
do most English people eat at home for breakfast? Like you're at home.
Few. I think very few people would eat that for breakfast. Most English people probably eat cereal and or toast for breakfast. Yeah, they just eat Frosties or cereal. Yeah,
How about
cereal.
yogurt?
Yeah, cereal, toast, and yogurt, and some combination. Yeah, the same thing everybody else does.
A protein shake. That's what Jordan Schlansky has for breakfast.
We're going to be making fun of things British people do tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Oats
Is there a stream tomorrow night?
And
definitely. We'll be live tomorrow.
Comparing British versus American things.
I think that'll be really fun because we'll do the coronation theme. So yeah, we'll have coronation theme and then what it means to be British versus the American perspective, and all our funny little differences, all the little words that we have that are different, or the foods that we have that are a little bit, we say football and you call it football and it's a different sport. And if I say I'm pissed, it means I'm drunk, which is very often true. But if you say you're pissed, it means you're annoyed with me. And all those kind of little fun little things. We have a lot of fun and things that you laugh at about us, about our dodgy teeth, and which is fair comment, is very fair comment. Yes. And that we eat baked beans on toast is our natural dish, and so yeah, all the stuff that's kind of different about us. I think that could be fun because I think the audience will enjoy that. Yeah.
And also your swear words, how they can be used very differently. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna swear now, but the one that begins with a C and ends with a T and 2 letters in between.
Yeah, just leave it at that, Boz.
Right. That is used much more.
I think we all figured that out, Boz.
Isn't it?
Good.
You mean, sorry, Mr. Clean? Yeah, that for you that's a bit of a nuclear bomb, but that in England,
right? Like over time, the C word is like we have to say the C word because it's like saying the F word, or it is one of the extreme things that you just don't want to be on record or in media saying.
Yes, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
But you guys use it more casually. Don't the Australians use it pretty casually too? That and twat. You guys say twat.
Twat.
Yeah, we don't say twat here very much.
One
twat is,
British...
but that's not particularly. Sorry, I can say that because that's not.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, that's not terribly.
Here, what do you think? That's kind of offensive over here.
One British swear
you wouldn't
word
say
is...
that here. Like Americans just don't typically say it, but if they're saying it, it's bad.
What?
It's not good.
And what about soda? That's one of the you don't hear very much, I think. Yeah. Or soda.
I think, a lot of swear words do come from kind of, there's almost a Shakespearean element to them, that they come from ye olde English. And, because even like bloody, the phrase bloody comes from sort of some invocation of, sorry to say this, but it's an invocation of Christ's blood or something. It's these are sacrilegious terms, and they do have all these historical Anglo-Saxon kind of roots.
Top 10 swear words. Which fragrances you wear while saying them.
Yeah. Fragrances that inspire you to swear.
Exactly. Yeah.
I hate this bloody thing.
Top 10 profane fragrances.
That could be good, yeah. But actually, I mean, the C word, it is a bit of a sort of misogynist epithet in some ways, really. So I can't. But I do have a lot of friends. Even my sister will drop a C bomb. Just all over the place. So yeah, a lot of people, including quite posh people in England, will just use that casually. It just has a certain ring to it, I think, in the English kind of accent.
Can we just leave?
Yeah. What are we gonna do now?
Wait.
You want me to leave?
On that note, I'm gonna take off too. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is an awesome stream. Love you guys.
Love you, Anoush.
Love you guys. Take care.
Hey, Anoush. Thanks.
Anoush.
Kay left.
Dan, hello, mate. Hello.
Hey, Lewis.
I
don't want to. I should leave so somebody else.
No,
I don't.
Please, no, don't leave.
I'm just kind of tired. Kay's ready to leave.
It's been 3 hours for Kay. We took.
Yeah, Kay's done.
Okay.
We hijacked your stream pretty much.
Good night, you guys. It was fun.
Guys, I had so much fun.
I did.
Wait,
too.
did Lewis come to say something?
No, he was backstage for a while, and I figured out how to remove myself and add him. Unless I upgrade, I can't have 10 people.
Yeah, Kay gets fed very early. Very early.
Yeah, I get up at like 5 a.m.
All right, good seeing you guys.
Yeah,
see you guys.
Dan.
See you tomorrow night.
We'll see you tomorrow. I'll have plenty of crowns.
Bye.
Ciao, guys.